Welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining. Today we're playing the all-time classic adventure G1 Steading of the Hill Giant Chief. Let's see how it goes. Good morning, guys. How y'all doing? Hey, Cade.
Hey, good morning. How are you?
I'm good. So you got to see the home of Conan. That's pretty cool. It's amazing, the stuff that came out of his work.
I can't even remember how old he was when he passed, but it wasn't very old.
30.
30.
Just 30, man.
The author of the books?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Robert E. Howard was born in 06 and died in 36. So 40 years later came Dungeons and Dragons. And 50 years later, here we are.
And here we are.
Yep. All right, let's go ahead and get started. This is G1, Steading of the Hill Giant Chief. Giants have been raiding the lands of men in giant bands with giants of different sorts. Death and destruction have been laid heavy upon every place these monsters have visited. The adventure begins with you and the other adventurers around you in Loftwick. Loftwick is the capital of the Yeomanry. The Yeomanry is a unique country in that it is basically represented by all the freeholders there, electing officials that roll up to a top freeholder, his steadfastness, who is presiding over this grouping of people. Scouts have discovered a great timber fortress in the Jotuns, a mountain range to the north of the Loftwick, a stronghold of the Hill Giants. And various chiefs and other freeholders are discussing, what they've run into in facing the giants. One knows about this local Hill Giant chief having suffered raids at his hand. One chief named Nostra, a grossly fat, thoroughly despicable creature, he says, sly and vicious, loving ambush and backstabbing. Another freeholder chimes in and says there must be some secret force, some motivational power behind this unusual banding of different races of giants. And finally, someone says some relic of great evil might be at hand. His steadfastness, the freeholder, raises his hand, quiets the group around, including all of you, and says, we need a party of the bravest and most powerful adventurers who can take a mission to punish this miscreant giant, this Nasra, and, more importantly, if they can, discover the locations of other giant strongholds and determine what sinister hand is guiding this rising of giants. I'm taking volunteers. And then he stops and looks at the crowd.
Kester steps forward and says, I am Eminence Kester. I come representing my church, and I will not allow such an injustice to stand.
Very good. Eminence, step forward and go ahead and describe what Eminence looks like for us.
He's a little bit overweight, youngish, has a very hungry look in his eye, dark hair, dark eyes, and he is decked out in full plate mail with a shield, and he looks like he's seen some action, but also has a bit of youth about him.
Well met, Eminence, the freeholder says, and he beckons you close by his side. Any others?
Carrick steps forward and says, I, Carrick, son of Vuno, house of Tybes, will destroy all evil giants in your lands.
Very good. A dwarf. Giants hate dwarves.
I hate giants.
He beckons you forward. Anyone else?
Yes, I will join.
Falcian. We didn't get a good description on Carrick too. So we got a dwarven fighter for Carrick, and then Falcian. Go ahead and describe what Falcian looks like.
Falcian is a half-elf, but leans more towards human in appearance. He wears mithril chain and is pretty good with a bow, but is also an accomplished bard. Although not very into singing, he's more into just playing music, not singing.
All right. There is a large community of high elves in the Yeomanry, so there are some elves about as well as many other humans. Who else will step forward and fight the giants?
Leaning at the back of the room, kind of quietly, a very short, petite woman steps forward. She kind of pulls her hood down. She's got kind of brownish skin and very, very bright, blue eyes. But she says, I'm hunting giants, not for gold, not for glory, just for answers. They killed my mother, and they will pay. And she She's decked out and she's got a lot of weaponry on her. She's got a bow. She's got a huge falchion on her back. She's carrying dueling scimitars. So she was pretty intense. This is Sever.
Some of you might, the crowd whispers a little bit, having heard stories of this ranger. Some of you may have even heard stories of Yasmin's Sever. And then, somehow, amidst the group of you, there's this little halfling. What's Glimmer look like?
Yes, hi. Glimmer looks very unassuming. He seems to be covered in just a very common brown cloak. But if you catch a glimpse under the cloak, you see that his face is extremely gaunt. His eyes are sunken in. His cheeks are sunken in. And as he inhales, he has a deep rasp to his voice. And if you were to greet him, he's very approachable, friendly, but surprisingly very sneaky, and most times catches people off guard. As he walks, you might hear faint clinks or muffled clinks of possibly flasks that seem to emanate from underneath his cloaks.
Okay, his steadfastness motions to one of the champions, one of the warriors nearby him, to bring forth something. The warrior comes forward to present to the five of you a small box that he opens up, and inside are vials, potions. One, or actually two for each of you. You each get a potion of extra healing, and you each get a potion of invisibility. I hope that these will help you infiltrate the steading, he says. You'll also get whatever standard gear you need, a fine horse, and if you need it, though I don't think you will, a guide. And he hands over to you the map that they have of the location of the steading. And then his last point is that you can keep any and all loot you chance upon, this to be your reward for the great dangers you'll face. If you find out who is behind this evil, immediately return and report, he says. And then he asks if you have any questions before you depart.
Point us in the right direction, and we shall be on our way.
All right. Now, you are allowed a maximum of 7 consumable items, and those 2 potions might put some of you over that. If anyone needs to drop an item, like a potion of healing or something, because you're over 7, type into chat what you're going to drop, and we'll split that up amongst the remaining characters. So you can have a max of 7 consumables, potions, scrolls, etc.
And Tom, point of order, do these take a gear slot as well?
Yeah, potion takes a third. You can have 3 potions in 1 slot.
Okay, thank you.
Balsian's going to drop something that looks like having already 6 consumables. Dropping a potion of healing. Okay, so if anyone has less than 7 and wants a potion of healing, roll a d20. They'll go to the highest roller. If no one takes it, it just basically is spoiled and then no longer of use.
I'll roll for it.
Oh, and someone's going to give out an invisibility potion. So everyone can roll for the potion of healing first. Let's do that one. Take care of that. And then we'll roll for a potion of invisibility. It's /R space d20.
Sorry.
Okay, Kester, so you get the potion of healing. Does anyone want a potion of invisibility?
I mean, I definitely do. I just don't have room for it. I guess I could drop another one if no one else wants it.
They stack to 3, don't they?
They do stack to 3 per slot. Yep. Anyone besides Glimmer? And Jason, if you could, can you change your Discord name to Glimmer? It is Glimmer.
Okay.
I mean, your Roll20 name.
Yeah, and Roll20, yeah, got it.
Okay, looks like it's going invisibility to Glimmer. So you're getting 2 invisibilities and 1 extra healing, Glimmer. The trip up into the Jotuns. That will take you probably 3 days. The last 2 of those days through heavily forested, very steep mountains and hills. You have a map that'll take you to the place, and you have a ranger that can guide you, no problem. You are approaching the location you think it's at. What do you want to do? This is 3 days later after the meeting.
Go stealthily and scout.
Okay.
Someone should go ahead.
You crest a hill and look down upon a misty valley. And in that misty valley, you see this enormous timber construction The picture doesn't even do it justice. The walls there are like 20 feet high. The tower towers to almost 60 feet above the ground. You see great chimneys rising up out of the place. There's only one shown in that picture, but there's multiples around the periphery of the building as well. It's got an open compound. From this vantage point high on the hill, you think you see movement in that compound, like dogs. Although these must be enormous dogs because they look big even from this distance. That's what you can see. You see no signs of any giants coming or going. When you arrive, it's maybe an hour till dusk when you arrive at this vantage point. There's no windows in the place, and you had expected to see some guards on the outside. The map you have actually denotes a couple of guards by the front doors of the place, which are better seen in this picture here. The front door to the place, but there's no guards standing there. And as a matter of fact, you can hear the occasional bursts of shouting and laughter faintly from within the place. It's far away still, so they must be really big ruckus going on in there. Sounds like some sort of celebration. And that's what you see.
Sever says we should probably look for exterior doors and entrances, see what we're working with, and then I don't know, either see if we can get up on the roof, maybe on the roof outside just trying to get up on the roof. I'm thinking we could maybe go down the chimney. I'm small enough. I think I could fit down that top chimney to kind of maybe let somebody in or figure something out from there. What do you guys think?
I think so.
Well, if they're celebrating, perhaps we could catch them asleep or drunk.
Yeah, that's good.
Yes. I'm all for interrupting the revelry.
Sever, you can have a luck token. Okay. It'll take you from on top of this mountain, look down on the place, maybe an hour to get down adjacent to it. And by that time, it should be almost fully dark. The sun is already starting to set behind the mountain peaks, but it'll be light for about another hour.
Say we exercise caution, move in from cover to cover, and make our way towards the structure.
So you can see from your vantage point, you have a door there, like a main entrance there. You have two big gates into the outer compound there, and you can see at least one door into the main compound from the outer compound. There may be more doors blocked by the buildings. So you can see chimney, a main one on top, plus not shown on this, multiples kind of all around the periphery of the building. And you see smoke coming out from the top one and from several of the ones around the periphery, but not all of the ones around the periphery. Some are actually, it looks like, unlit. And then, of course, you have this tower, and you see no shadowy forms in that tower at all. No one's moving around up there. It's quiet up there. So where do you approach?
Is the tower closer to the outer wall, or is it set further in?
This is a good picture of it. It's like adjacent to the main building, like connected.
It seems like the tower might be our best entrance. I'm not super strong, so we could try to throw ropes to the roof and climb, but I'm not, my upper body strength isn't the best, unfortunately. So I feel like maybe the tower might be the best way onto the roof and then through the top chimney, possibly. What do you think?
I'm all for the tower. I've got grappling hooks and rope.
Alas, I would say I'm stronger in prayer than in body, but I will follow your lead.
If the ranger pulls me up, I can pull the rest of you up. But I
don't know if I can pull anyone up, but maybe some stronger ones than me could help.
Whoever's going to do the initial climb, I'll attempt to inspire you.
So you're going to approach the tower. Is that your plan?
Yeah.
I don't know.
When it's to cast inspiring call, and whoever's going to do the climbing to set the grappling hooks for the rest of us.
So is there like stairs? Is there stairs on the tower?
Not on the outside. There may be some on the inside. But are you heading toward the tower? Is that where you're going?
Well, do you guys want to see if we can get into the tower like via stairs, or do we want to try and climb? I don't really have a climb. Again, it might not go well initially if I try to climb.
So it looks to us like there's a door leading into the tower structure.
Yeah,
I'd like to go listen at that door.
Excellent.
Okay. When you get close enough to the building, you can see it is very large timber construction, logs of timber, 3 feet in diameter in some cases. it looks eminently climbable. Like you won't have to make a check to climb up onto the roof. The door is closed, and you could swear you hear snoring coming from the other side.
Mm-hmm.
And you can also hear the raucous sounds of celebration from further away.
It seems like an ideal situation for me. Perhaps I can climb up on the roof and into the tower and quickly scout out and maybe open the door for you guys. But it sounds like
Yeah, that sounds good.
if they're sleeping, I could probably get past them.
And
Are we gonna
before
get past them, or are we gonna try and kill any sleeping ones?
I won't be able to do that alone, but I can possibly open the door and
I can definitely go with you. Yeah, if either through the tower or we can sneak in this door and see.
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
I was thinking going up onto the roof and then down the tower is
Okay, I was thinking once we're
not
on
sure
the
how many
roof. Once we're on the roof, I was thinking to just go to the chimney. So my thought was go through the door, stairs to the tower, and then jump on the roof. Although you said we could climb from here too.
Yeah.
Why don't we climb? Why don't we get on the roof?
Okay, let's do that.
So climbing up to the roof is easy. There are multiple chimneys, some with no fire burning. There is the tower. There is the main chimney, definitely with fire burning. Which way are you heading?
One of the chimneys that aren't burning?
Yeah, where are the chimneys that aren't burning?
Chimneys that aren't burning are along the wall, this side of the building.
Mhm.
There are two chimneys not lit on that side of the building that you could investigate.
Yeah, Sever goes over to I guess
Okay.
on that picture, the leftmost one from that picture,
Okay.
I guess.
You come to the first chimney and you can see that it is large. Your whole party could fit through it, you believe. And it's unlit. You can see that there is some old dust and ash and stuff at the base of the fire. Rain is kind of drizzling right now, so it's a little slippery. But
From this vantage point, Sorry.
Go ahead.
Have we seen any movement from inside the compound from this vantage point?
From that direction. You can't make out the compound from the first chimney. You could continue traveling to the second chimney, which is close to that compound, and get advantage of it if you want.
Yeah, we should probably go check while we're up here. Go check that out before we try to go inside. See what we're dealing with over there.
Yeah, I'm going to move you on the map to inside that compound, even though you're not. You're on the roof, right? But I just want to give you a view of what you see in there. Okay, you guys are here. So this area, you can tell there are big doors, big gate to the east. There are multiple huge wolves, some lying down, some prowling around. And from that vantage point, you can see there's also another gate. I'm going to move you again so you can see what's on the other side of the compound.
For some reason, I can't see the map on my screen.
It's because I probably don't have your guy set to your control. It is Kester. I make lighting on. Let's see. Do you see now if I ping you?
Oh, I got you. I see it.
Okay, so you can tell that there is up to the north another way into that compound and a door into the steading itself over there. There are doors also out of your sight into the setting, part of the setting you're in. Now I'm going to move you back outside where the fireplaces are.
And so that was the fenced-in area?
That's the fenced-in area, yeah.
Image. Okay.
On the outside of the walls, you're actually next to this little protuberance here is one of the fireplaces. And then over here is the gate into the fenced-in area. And then down here to the south is another one of the fireplaces, also unlit. You can go down through either one of those two fireplaces. Or through the compound.
Probably go for the southern one that's big enough for all of this? Is that?
They both are, so you can do either way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
Sounds good. Before we go in, I huddle everyone together and tell them and say, listen, I cannot tell you the source from this, but I will tell you this was a reliable source, that something is happening inside, that there's a rebel giant within the steading who's plotting to overthrow the chief. And my source says that they will aid any of us who can prove our strength. This might be helpful to us.
For sure. Enemy of my enemy. That's good.
I've also learned some information that the chief, Nosra, is controlled by a powerful priestess. And so I do not know if this priestess resides here, but they are not. They are definitely being used by some greater power.
Kester, you can have a luck token. Okay, the
give some
chimney
kind of
is climbable,
possible-
but it looks slippery to climb it without any assistance.
I'll take out my grappling hook and connect it to the chimney.
Okay, with that help,
Climb down first.
Yeah.
no difficulty getting in. Place is dark. The sun is fully set now. The only light source will be whatever you guys have.
I would like to do a stimulant, so I'm immune to surprise.
All right, let me light up. Anyone have a light source they want to use?
I've got a. Oh yeah, go for it.
Cast a light spell, or you want to use a torch?
I've got a lantern that I can kind of like angle, so if we need to kind of close it off a little bit so we can see certain things, that might be good.
The rest of you can light stuff up if you like. So the lantern is lit, and someone was doing something else. Oh, stimulant. Go ahead and check for that. And then let me describe what you see. So you come into this room through the chimney. Your rope still is hanging there, Glimmer, and hooked to the top of your grappling hook. There are tables, giant tables, like these tables are above your head. They have pottery flagons, they have platters, they have old food, nothing too new. You see rugs and hides and skins on the floors and walls. There's pots and kegs all about. The walls have trophies. There's heads, dwarven, human, various animals and monsters, skulls, skins, and a collection of shields. And here's a picture from the adventure.
Anyone need a shield? I don't think I can carry a shield.
I think that's probably too big for me.
And let's do our
bigger
first
than-
random encounter to see if anything finds you here when you first arrive. D20 roll? No. The place is quiet. You can hear the raucous sounds of celebrating coming from the northwest.
Kester will want to. I want to inspect this. It looks like maybe a hole down at the bottom of on the south of the map. Or these? What are these?
Oh, those are barrels, open barrels. Yeah. There's open barrels here and there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Full of water. And sometimes it seems like maybe some sort of brew, although barely palatable, you think?
Sever's kind of just checking around the walls, like looking at the fireplace, and just kind of starting looking for anything of importance or anything useful. What kind of
Sever.
skull? These other skulls? What are these skulls that are?
Yeah,
like
there's
human
a skull
skulls,
in the
or-
fireplace. And in fact, as you look at it, you see a glint of light come from it. And it is within it a large gem that had just been like
Wow.
pushed into the skull and is sitting there. It's worth 1,000 gold pieces in your estimation. So
Whoa.
now let's figure out who the treasure keeper is. Who will keep treasure for you guys?
You can just
That is very
keep a
much-
record of it, or it's inventory slots.
So the treasure keeper will keep track of everything you guys take. The treasure keeper will know how many party inventory slots the party has and track that. Who wants to do that?
That is definitely not my giftedness.
Glimmer gives everybody a grin and says, I can keep track.
Okay, so Glimmer, you can note that you have found a large gem worth 1,000 gold. Gems are 1/10 of a slot each. You can get 10 gems in a slot. Everyone, please let Glimmer know, just type into chat, how many available slots you have. And Glimmer, you'll keep track of the total available slots. And if you need more, you can ask the party for more, but I don't think you're starting with much.
Nope.
Yeah.
And in addition, Glimmer, you can count 1 extra slot per
Oh.
person for things that they can that they won't tell you. This is extra slots you just keep for things that go in their purses, things that they wear, such like that. Okay, so you guys found your first treasure.
What about all the weapons and shields? Are they giant size, or are they size from their victims?
There's a variety. There is a variety. And looking at them, you note one of particular craftsmanship, a shield on the wall, a human shield. In fact, it'll probably be the one in this picture that's got the cross spears behind it.
Maybe
Yeah,
that's worth taking.
Yeah,
Kester wants to go inspect that.
a close look at that shield, you would estimate that shield is crafted better than any you've ever seen and magical and a +3 shield.
Wow!
So-
Holy crap!
Who would
Kester's
like
very
to
interested in this.
shield +3? If you would like that, roll D20. They'll go to rolls highest.
I'm not going to roll. Bard can't use a shield.
Is that based on class, Tom? If you could
Who
use
can
the
use
shield or
shields?
not?
It is based on class, yeah. Okay. So Carrick, you discard your regular shield, I assume, and equip that +3 shield. Armor class goes up to, with shield, 21. Nice.
Wow.
Wow.
And for your guys' reference, you can have at your level 4 permanent magic items before you have to get discard ones. So I think you're still good. Okay, that's only weapon or piece of armament particular value that you note in the place.
But no giants around. Do we still hear the snoring that we heard outside?
You don't hear any snoring. You do hear the raucous sounds coming from the northwest.
That feeds
Sever's
over
looking.
here?
That
Sever's looking
northeast.
for all the entrances, exits.
Okay.
Trying to figure out what we're working with. Like we've got a hallway to the west and a doorway to the northeast.
Yeah, the raucous sounds are coming from that dark hallway to the west.
I would like to maybe just quickly scout stealthily, just kind of with the intent of coming back, but maybe scout the west before we maybe check the doors to the north. If that's okay with you guys?
Sounds
Yes.
Yeah, and sneak around besides opening doors is probably a better idea.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, going to be up here, kind of trying to check angles and sneak around.
No sound to the north, a door to the south, a party to the west.
Probably going to maybe sneak north if there's nothing sound that way. Trying again, sneak in as much as I can. Maybe checking for like secret doors if there is any.
Sure. Okay. You find a secret door right beside you. Right when you said it, you were walking by one.
Well, okay.
It must
Do
be.
you want to do that, or I don't.
Yeah.
I just want to kind of check, see what we're working with.
Yeah. The doors to the north there, you can kind of smell the rain from outside and the smell of dogs from outside or wolves from outside. So those must go out.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep a map, trying to draw a map right now. So, okay. So that goes out to there. What about, let's keep going this.
Those are those large dogs we saw from the overlook, yeah?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
Sounds like it.
couple bolts.
Okay, so now we've got doors here. All right, so we've got all kinds of door options. What do you guys think?
I think
Let's
this is
look
the
at
door.
secret door.
Secret door.
Secret
Okay.
door.
Do you want to check for traps, Glimmer?
Sure thing on it.
Yeah.
Check to see if there's any kind of trap looking thing on the door.
No traps, Glimmer. It's
Wires.
safe. Yeah, it's safe. It's a
Okay.
giant secret door. Any of these doors you think will take, if you enter a rush, a strength check to push open in a hurried way. You guys can open this one, no problem. But I just want to warn you, in case you get into combat, you could find yourself like stuck at a door in an inopportune time.
I can go through it since I'm immune to surprise at the moment. So, do you want me to?
Yes.
Okay, so I open the door and I'm quietly listening and checking through.
Yeah, there's no one in here. It's hung with rugs and skins and of good quality. Hides on the floor, a giant bed, a giant table. There's like a ton of a cheap wine up on top. There's some old shields and giant weapons in the corner. There's a chest, and a thick chain is set into a wall near the bed. And it's got like a thick collar, which is unlocked. So as if something could be chained there that isn't currently chained there.
Mm.
One of the wolves.
Can Sever kind of get a sense of what that might be?
Yeah. You see some fur, brown fur, and from the smell and such, you would estimate a bear.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, bear.
Guys, I think we might be working with a bear somewhere, so we just need to be aware. It looks like this door down here, is that the door that we were just passing from the, looks like it possibly, we came up and we went west and north and then we were in here. I think these doors might just go back to where we just were. I'm going to open that real quick.
Maybe
Yeah.
back to the kitchen, yeah. Or wherever we were, yeah. So
Yeah,
can I
whatever that
set
is.
the secret door so it's not standing open in case somebody walks by?
Okay.
Yes, please.
Yeah, go for it.
All right.
I'll search the bed area to see
Okay.
if there's any treasures or anything.
No treasures. While you're searching that, if anyone else is searching, this
I'll check
room
the
is
weapon in the
devoid
corner.
of anything of value. That you don't find anything here.
Even the chest?
Even in the chest, it's full of clothing. Nothing of value, though.
Perhaps somebody took all this stuff and left this room.
Well, it may not just. This might just be the bedroom where he sleeps with his pet bear. Maybe he doesn't keep loot in here. If it's the leader's bedroom.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sever says, we should probably be quick. We don't want to get found out here.
I agree.
Okay.
So
You
go
guys
back
want to
through
head
this.
out?
Mm-hmm.
This is a secluded area. Does anybody want inspiration before we keep going? This might be a good place to cast my inspiring call spell.
I would
always
take it.
Inspiration. Yeah. Well, actually, I've got a luck token, but does that stack?
Oh, that's true.
Every character
got
has a
luck
maximum. Most are 1. Glimmer is lucky; he can have 2.
All right. Whoever wants it, I'll cast inspiring call.
I'll take it.
Go for it.
I need everything I need. Everything I get. Thank you.
Do you know how to adjust your luck to 2?
Is that something on my token? I can
Yeah, click your token, click the circle below your token, and you'll see there's a blue box around that 3-leaf icon. Put your mouse over it and then type the number 2. So just hover your mouse over it and type the number 2 on your keyboard.
It's not the circle, is it?
So you click your token, click the circle below your token.
Yep.
Hover over the 3-leaf icon with your mouse and then type the number 2.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, gotcha.
Got it.
Thank you.
Okay. Oh, so what's behind listening to this door? What do we hear?
Nothing. No sound beyond that door.
I
I mean,
like we should
you can
explore.
hear the party still happening, but nothing specifically you can attribute to the room beyond the door.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
I said I'll open this door.
Oh, sorry. I said check for traps, but I was on mute. Do we want to check for traps first? I think that's probably smart. Whatever
Kester's
you want to
not
do.
No traps on the door.
Okay, sweet. Yeah, go for it.
We're good.
Okay. Open this door.
You can open it yourself. There you go.
There we go.
Okay. So this chamber, it has a long table, giant-sized. It's got a great chair, giant-sized at the table, a lesser chair, still giant-sized, and 6 giant-sized stools around it. There are some shelves along the walls. There's a side table and chair. There are some miscellaneous items, some mugs, some paper scraps, an old knife, a rock paperweight, etc. There are hides on the walls and floor, including a manticore hide. Even, as far as having the human-looking head attached to it still. Really disturbing. On the south wall hangs a rough skin map of the area showing raids, planned giant raids, past and planned. You could take that with you. It would take up its own slot if you want to take that with you.
I look and this is exactly the kind of thing that they wanted to find out about.
Yeah, for sure.
Exactly.
Yep.
Yes.
So we should take that, you think?
Yes.
I have a bunch of iron spikes, 5 iron spikes. I think I'm going to lose those just because these are huge doors that probably, I don't know. Does anybody else has iron spikes move? We've got some stuff we can.
I've got a crowbar, but no iron spikes.
I have iron spikes.
Okay, I'm going to lose my iron spikes so that we can maybe carry the map.
Okay.
And I'm going to search this desk over in the corner while they're working on getting those maps.
Sever's looking for secret doors.
Sever, you find a concealed door, not secret so much, but hidden behind the manticore hide on the wall is a door. It's on the west wall, south end of the west wall. Kester, you don't find any more good evidence or more good notes that you can use on the desk.
Okay. This seems to be some kind of a war room, a planning center. So
I found a door here, gentlemen. Is there another door, a secret door over on the...
Yeah, there were obvious
other
doors
side?
on the other side that we didn't use. Yeah.
There's one.
Okay. Oh, it was just a regular door?
Yeah, we just passed it by. But it's not
Do we
one
wanna
that goes
check?
to the hallway we came in.
Do we want to check that first before we do secret door, or what do you think? Okay, yeah, that's a regular door.
You can check this.
Yeah, let's go check. Okay, we can check this first,
okay.
I guess.
The door,
Listening.
the door has no sound beyond it, but careful listening, you would estimate the party of the giants is happening basically just across that wall to the south. It's close. It's getting, it's pretty loud where you're at. And there's no sound beyond the secret door. That's different.
Okay, so we're trying to open this door very slowly and quietly.
Very good.
All right.
Here, there is a small side chamber with a flight of great flagstone steps descending into darkness and a stack of logs in an alcove.
Ooh.
You can check out the logs, yeah.
Yeah.
You find a scroll tube sealed and marked with a triangle containing a Y.
Do we recognize that symbol?
No, you don't recognize that symbol.
Hmm.
What could I roll to try and guess? History or?
No, you just don't recognize it at all. You
Okay,
could
fair.
take it to a sage, and maybe they might know.
You said it's just a tube, or what is it?
It is a scroll
Sorry.
tube, sealed, and marked with a triangle containing a Y.
Hmm. Do we have
takes a look
anyone
at the
who can
seal of
check this if this is magic? Or I would hate to open this and do bad things. Does anybody have any kind of
Nope.
detect magic?
No.
I do not. But I will go up and take hold of the scroll and just look and see if it has any religious meanings or anything with that. And I'll look it over.
Yeah, you also don't recognize the triangle containing the Y. No religious aspects to it, you understand.
And it's like a wax seal that has the Y on it, and it's like
Yes.
sealing the scroll.
Yes, correct.
I would get a feeling that maybe it was put here on purpose, or it was just like tossed in anger or something like that.
Your best guess might be hidden. It doesn't look like it was just thrown there.
Well, it just started, okay.
I'm going to look at everyone and say, this might be a bad idea. And then I'm going to break the seal and open the scroll.
Oh, no.
Let me do a water monster check here.
Sever is going to kind of sneak down
Inside the scroll, you find two things. There's actually two scrolls rolled together. The first is a set of instructions written in Giant, detailing. Can any of you read Giant?
Yes.
Okay, it details the next raid, and it's signed a Calavdra. And there are plans for the Steading's top level.
Ooh.
Yeah, let me blow this up for you. Boom.
Wait a minute. Oh, is a map?
Yeah, you find a map.
Oh, sweet. Where are we at?
Risk and Reward.
We're probably in 10.
I think we're in room 10.
Yes.
10A.
10A.
Where is that? I'm having a hard time seeing it. Okay, here. Got it. Nice.
Okay. So 22 must be the courtyard where the wolves are.
Yeah. So where did we come in?
We came in at 6.
6, which is over here on the right. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Okay.
Anytime you need that, just holler. You can take a screenshot of it if you got multiple monitors.
Oh, can you pop it up again? Sorry, I clicked away from it.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Do we need a slot to carry this?
Not this map, no.
Okay.
No. Okay. Or the set of instructions either.
Excellent. Okay, so looks like the party's coming from this great hall is what you were saying a second ago, right?
That's right. It's coming from just south of where you're at now. And everyone, please do an ongoing durations roll. So you roll a d20 for everything that has an ongoing duration, like your lantern. And if you roll the number or higher, it keeps going. So lantern would be a 6 or higher in a d20, for example. So the lantern's still going. And I think that's the only thing you got, right?
Yeah, inspiring call is that fire one.
It's
and
permanent.
and my stimulant.
Oh, stimulant. Roll for that.
Okay, so what is that? It's also
it's
6
also
or what is
d20.
it?
Yeah, it's also a 6 out of d20.
Nice. Okay.
I propose that we go to room 9, that room that seemed to be by itself.
Oh yeah, that we just the other room. Good call. Gotta zoom out here.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay.
Sorry.
Does anybody else at the back want to also have a light? So we have one at the front, one at the back.
I can light a lantern, and I just push L, correct?
Correct.
Yeah.
Let's see if that worked. It did not work. Why did it not work? Okay, I click on my character and I push L. There we go.
There you go.
Oh, nice.
So listening at the door, checking for traps, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, no traps, no sounds beyond the party.
Okay, very carefully and slowly and quietly trying to open this.
In this room, you see many giant arms and armor stored in racks along the walls. There are several huge fur capes also hanging from hooks. There's a single chair and a chest.
Glimmer will rummage through the cloaks that are hanging.
You find one of the cloaks is of significant value, a giant otter fur in good condition. Takes a slot, but worth 1,000 gold.
Ooh.
You also find, wrapped in an old rag, stuffed under the cloaks, is a javelin of lightning.
What?
Javelin of lightning. So this thing is a +1 javelin normally. It doesn't return or anything, so it's not great in that regard. But once per day, you can basically use it to make a lightning bolt between you and the target, impacting anything between you and the target with a lightning bolt. So who would want a javelin of lightning? If you want it, roll d20.
Is that like a strength?
Javelin uses strength, yeah.
Yeah, somebody with a good strength can use that.
I think Carrig will probably be using that.
All right, Carrick, javelin of lightning.
Yeah, I've already got a spear +1, so it's fine.
Nice.
And
What's this thing over here on the
all
table?
you find in the cloaks. You find a dragon head on the table, chopped off and recently put there. It's a smallish dragon, like it'd be wingspan of maybe 20 feet. You find a skull of a giant on that table there, and nothing else of note.
What about the chest? Anything in there?
Yeah, the chest has various armor pieces, small armor pieces, straps and buckles and such, but nothing of value.
Did somebody say that they knew that there was a dragon in the?
Oh yeah, I heard a rumor that the giants had a dragon ally, but I don't know. It seems unrealistic.
Yeah, maybe they already took care of their ally.
They ate their ally.
We must be cautious. Okay. Any secret doors? Anything in this room that we can perceive?
No, you don't find any.
Okay. Then let's be off.
Yeah.
Continue our mission.
So we can go down some stairs, or we can go back out the way we came through this room, kind of searching through. So looking at the map. So it looks like we can get through some hallways. So we can head back kind of down the 534 direction, or we could head down the stairs in 10A. I think we maybe want to stay away from 11. If that's what he was saying, the party is happening.
Party is, yeah.
So it seems like maybe we want to head back the hallways.
Every time I look at anything outside in 22, those dogs look a little nasty.
Yeah. Unless you guys want to go underneath. I'm not sure. Have we heard anything about what's under this place?
No, I don't think so.
Nope. Do you think we could use the iron spikes to jam the door between 9 and 5?
Oh, to the Great Hall?
Yeah.
I mean, we can certainly try, I'm sure. Let's do this. That's probably a good idea. We can do it quietly.
Yeah, I'm in favor of that.
So heading back this way, stealthing along as best we can, sticking to the walls, listening for anything that might have my bow at the ready.
Let's check out this door to the Great Hall and see if we could jam it so they can't come through. Possible.
Okay.
So as you get close to those doors, it's very loud. It's very raucous. There's lots of shouting. There's big smashes, like giants pounding tables. There might be, you don't know, maybe some skirmishes happening here and there, mock fighting, laughter, just a lot of noise coming from out those doors. The ground almost shakes with it.
So loud, we could probably.
Do we want to try
use our tools? Yeah.
Yeah. Use our spikes. Who's got the spikes? I lost mine. So.
Kara got the spikes.
Okay. You want to try and?
Do you think it's a good idea to jam the door?
Yeah. I'm not sure it'll keep them from opening the door, but we can try it.
You want to put them like underneath at the bottom, kind of jam them in like a wedge.
Sure. Evenly space them across. There's 5 of them.
All right. The task is done.
Nice.
Good thinking.
Good.
Okay, so then we've got, there's this door. Looks like that's to the hallway. Is that right?
Yeah. Should
runs along
so
5
checking
and 3.
Checking trap on this door.
No traps and no noise.
Okay. I will move down this hallway.
Yeah. Okay. So we've got this number 5 room and this number 3 room. So listening at number 5.
You hear giant voices. You would say maybe female giant voices. Cannot make out what they're discussing, but it sounds just chit-chatty, like they're just talking about random things.
Sounds like they're women folk. Are giant women any weaker than giant men?
Like dwarven women,
I don't think it
I
matters.
would-
They're stronger than us.
I think they're
Yeah.
huge. Yeah. So do we want to go in there and risk it, or do we want to keep going?
I say we keep going. Let's
keep
listen
going.
in on these other places.
So the next set of
Yeah.
doors there, Kester, you can hear noise from them even before you listen at them. There is all sorts of sounds of like wrestling and biting, and it doesn't sound like, life and death, but lots of commotion in there. Lots of beefy smacks and shouts and laughter and, scrapes of
Maybe that's-
furniture scraping along the ground and stuff like that.
Maybe that's the kids roughhousing.
Okay.
Uh,
So I avoid that at the moment.
Yeah, I'm good with avoiding.
Yeah. So we're gonna come around this hallway, just checking stealthily, check door for traps.
No
Well,
traps
do we
on
want to
that
go in
one.
there, or do we want to keep down the hallway? Okay.
No traps on that door. No sound beyond it.
Can I?
I'm okay going in
Yes.
there if you want to.
Let's go. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Just quietly opening the door.
With the door
Just
open, you
sneaking
can
in.
hear the sound.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, you can hear the sound of snoring. It wasn't very loud, but you see there are beds and chests here, giant size, all of them, and a couple of snoring giants occupying two of the beds. There are some smokily burning torches lighting the room as well.
Oh, geez. So I kind of pulled my hand up and kind of put my finger over my lips, and I'm kind of miming giants. I'm gonna carefully back out of the door real quick and close it as quietly as possible so we can then talk about this for a second. Okay, it looks like there's some sleeping giants. Do we want to try and take them out, or try to move around without being
Well,
heard? What do you think?
Is there anything important that we need in this room?
Well, we're just trying to find out as much information as we can, as well as make them pay for what they've done. So I'm okay. And she kind of points to her two scimitars. She's like, I'm okay doing what needs to be done. If anyone else is willing to join me in such deeds.
That's-
I feel it might be too early, and it might attract the attention to the two rooms in the north if we start a combat.
Well,
This is fair.
Does your I don't don't remember reading your rule set, Tom, but is there a coup de grace on your D20 play or no?
Oh, you can definitely kind of try to coup de grace them. You think as long as you sneak up to them stealthily, you could kill them unless something just goes majorly wrong, like you slip at the last second or something like that.
Yeah.
Always a chance.
Kester, look.
Go ahead.
So perhaps this is Sumili. I can't say my deity's name. Perhaps it's our God's way of preserving us. I would rather destroy these two now rather than face them later. I say we do what needs to be done.
Good thinking. I agree. So do we want to? Okay, so I guess we can quietly open the door again and sneak in. Is that okay? Are we all good with that? Okay.
Say the stealthier of us make the approach.
I am
Do the
super
deed.
stealthy. So super stealthy Sever is gonna kind of come in here.
I'm standing ready to offer aid.
Glimmer. Maybe I don't know if we want to try and if we can get some advantage by being on either side of this one.
Okay.
So if you want to get right there, and then I can be right here, and I've got my dual scimitars that have extra damage against giants, or dual wielding plus extra damage against giants. So I tried to do that against this giant.
And while you're doing that, Sever, what are you doing, Glimmer?
I guess I will try to, at the same time, help kill this giant from flanking position.
Then Sever, roll a d20. You
Let me
don't
ask
want
you
to
a
roll.
question real quick, Tom. Does
Okay.
blast originate from you now? From the caster?
A blast starts at you and goes out. Yes.
You guys, I know the silence spell. Would you like me to try and creep up and cast silence if he wakes up and tries to scream an alarm?
Yeah, that'd be good. And then also maybe if the other guys want to kind of set up just in case this other giant. I mean, do you guys? I don't know if I need to be the one doing it or if it doesn't matter if they're asleep. Anybody can do it. So do we want to try and do this all simultaneous so we don't have to have a fight on our hands?
Yeah, I would say cast that silent spell and then do what needs to be done.
Yeah, it's only big enough to cover one giant though.
It'll be enough.
Balsian, you can have inspiration or a luck token. Boom. Roll for one on a monster check. Oh no.
Okay. I closed the door behind us in the hallway, so hopefully.
I take back everything I said about the gods being with us.
Let me see what we get for. Oh, make a second one of these. That was for you guys. Monsters. A D4 and the.
Remember, I can't be surprised. So
Very good.
Rat.
Oh boy. And, you close the door in the north wall. That's good.
So are we able to get off killing these guys before the wandering monster?
Not yet, but yeah, nothing happens with the water monster check that you guys are aware of. And then I want everyone to make a duration check. Go ahead and make your duration checks. And Kester, you can skip this one for your lantern
Okay.
since you just lit it. So we got water monster done and duration done. Okay, now Sever. You got lots of help. Roll a d20. Don't roll a 1 or a 2.
I've got luck and I've got advantage and all those things. Okay.
Awesome.
15.
15. Okay. Yeah, you're able to finish that giant without even making much of a sound beyond his normal snoring sound. One giant down.
Okay. We want to do the same thing over here.
Yep.
Yes.
One person at the foot of the bed, one person at the
I move
head
here
of the
to
bed
cast
here.
silence if things go wrong.
For sure. Still stealthily being as quiet as possible. Glimmer, do you want to be at the foot of the bed? Kind of give. I don't know if we can get advantage that way.
And roll d20, Sever.
Nice.
Another giant down and pause right there. No one move or nothing. Carrick, you see the door to the north of the hall. I'm assuming you're watching, right? That's why you're standing there. You see the door to the north of the
That's
hall
right.
open, and standing there in that doorway is it's kind of dark all the way down there. So I don't know that you can see it. You can hear it open, and you can hear a deep, giant voice saying, "I bet those pesky kids took it." And then the giant seems to move away, and whatever it talked to is moving down the hall, making significant noise that it does and grumbling to itself. Let's see here. Yeah. So you have something coming, Carrick. What do you want to do, Carrick? Something coming down
I'm
that
just
hall
gonna
out of sight.
Whisper to the group, there's someone down the hall.
Sever says, quickly, come over here. Like, so we've got these dead giants. I think we should try to, like, I don't know, either get under the beds where they are or
So-
Yeah.
So the same
Yeah,
time,
underneath them or
Carrick,
something
that
like that.
you warn everyone. Of course, there's light coming out of the room with the door open, and something you hear says, "Wait a second," or something like that in giant, and you hear it moving faster your direction. So everyone roll initiative.
Ooh.
Is there a token action? Oh,
Yeah,
there is. Okay.
there is. Click your token. Make sure you have unchecked alphabetically sort token actions, and it'll make them appear in the right order for you. And then it's an IN. It should be the top left button once you've done that.
And my token action should have the advantage built in.
It should,
looks like it
yes.
does.
Yeah. It should.
Okay, great.
All right. So Sever, your first react. You can go back to where you started, and then what are you doing?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was gonna move. Sorry. I'm gonna move to try and get to here.
The beds are tall enough. You guys can like move underneath them at full speed. So no difficult terrain for the beds.
Mhm.
6. Yeah, okay, 7. I can get right there. Yeah,
Okay.
so right here, so I have a clear shot with my bow. Basically, kind of getting ready to see if I can, readying my action, basically, readying a bow shot.
Good deal. Okay. You hear this thing racing toward you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think you can see it now, Sever.
Mm.
Yeah.
See it. Yep.
An ogre is charging down the hall, and let me know if you want to shoot.
Yeah, I'll go for a shot there.
Fire away. That connects.
Yeah.
14 damage.
Nice.
The ogre cries out in pain. You can see it limping horribly now and making a morale check and skids to a stop there and turns to run back to the north. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Doesn't get that far. You can hear it still there in the hall to the north, although you can't see it now. And Glimmer.
Glimmer will move. Well, actually, 25. I'll dash over here. That'll be my turn.
Carrick.
Okay, I'm going to close the door.
Kester.
Kester, he also says, we cannot let it warn the others. We have to destroy it. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going back into that hallway.
Opening a door is
So-
normally a free action, right? But now you have to make a strength check because these are big doors. It is still
Okay.
a free action if you make your check. DC's 12. So So now
Smack! I
it's going
hit the door.
it's going to take your action to push it the rest of the way open.
I make pathetic sounds and open the door again.
And then you probably have one more square movement left. Falsian, your turn.
Yeah, I don't think I'm fast enough to get a shot on the giant. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I don't think I can see it from there. Okay, I just halt there. I will
Sever.
also knock an arrow. Ready a shot.
Okay, I'm going to 1, 2, 4, 5, 7, and I can't see it anymore. It seems like it might have.
You can hear it. It's to the north, just out of your line of sight. You are able to fire blind if you want, because you have a rough idea where it's at. So this would be disadvantage on the shot.
Okay, so -3.
Correct.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Then the ogre's turn. 6, 7, 8. And you hear the ogre yelling in giantish something, and a giant responds to that, like, incredulously, from what you can tell. And that's all that happens.
Well, I speak giant, but I guess he's too far away to understand.
Yeah, that's Falsian.
Okay.
Yeah. You couldn't really tell exactly what was said. And then Glimmer.
We need to bail.
All right, I'm gonna move diagonal so I could get into the hall. And then I asked Sever, where did the ogre go? Into one of these rooms in the north?
It's headed north, and it's alerted its giant counterpart. We need to go. I would recommend the west here, down this hallway, possibly into. And I don't know if we go back into this room or we go back out of the
back up and out the
outside
chimney?
and wait. I don't know. Yeah, maybe outside to hide, or I don't know.
So
say head to room number 2 or 1, or we could hide in 4, like you're saying.
Time is of the essence, so you have to quick.
Yep, we got to go though. We have to do it quickly.
Which way, Glimmer?
Let's go west. Go
ahead and take all your turn.
Okay.
And then after Glimmer, you can keep going, Glimmer.
I'll dash.
Yeah, sounds good. Often, as soon as you've done an action, I'll go to the next person. But everyone, when I do that, you can keep doing all your movement. You don't have to tell me what you're moving to or anything, because there's no attacks opportunity. So always don't hesitate to finish up your movement, even if I've gone to the next person. Carrig.
Okay, I'm just going to follow Glimmer.
Kester.
And ready my Warhammer.
6, 7. I move this way, down this hallway as well.
Falsian.
That's my move.
All right. Is this torch removable?
It's normally yes, but it's like out of your reach.
Oh, fair. Got it. It's that giant height.
Yeah, giant height torch, yeah.
I was going to maybe grab it and toss it on one of the beds to create a distraction of a fire, but I can't reach it. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Can I move through the door? 5, 6. I'll dash to there.
Sever.
Yeah, she's going to also dash 2, 3, 14. I'm guessing, yeah, we need to go south. So right here, and then listening in at this door, seeing if there's anything in here.
No sound at that door. And we can come out of combat if you guys are going to keep moving at a good clip. Here.
Yeah, we're trying to get out of the way.
Right, trying to get out of dodge. Okay.
Open this door.
Let me clear the initiative there. There's no sound. You get to there, you open the door. You see in this chamber here, there are hides on the floors, a bearskin on the wall, a huge chest, a vast bed mounded with furs, like piles of furs on the bed.
Check under the furs.
Yeah, and I'll start looking in the chest. Okay. No, I'll go over to the desk.
Okay.
And just be as quiet as possible as we're doing all this.
Okay. As you guys
close the door.
Yeah, as you guys slip into that room and shut the giant door behind you, you hear the footsteps of a giant down the hall, probably coming to the room where you killed the 2 giants. So you're afraid Roos will be up now, but he doesn't immediately come your direction. So then you're searching the chest, you're searching the table, you're searching the bed, and as you come to the bed there, all of a sudden the furs start to move a little.
Oh, damn, we found the bear.
You didn't find a bear. You find a giantess under the furs, a hill giantess under the furs. She wakes up and reaches for anything at hand to bludgeon you with. Everyone roll initiative.
Adam.
Oh
Dang
boy.
it.
Before she can bring to blow what she grabbed, wow, you guys all rolled really good. Sever, you're first.
All right. So Sever she's like, yes, at last. And so she pulls out her 2 scimitars and she is jumping up on the bed and going for the giantess.
18
Nice.
hits the giantess, 17 points of damage. Wounds are grievously, almost dying, blood spurting everywhere. You can see fear in her eyes as she fumbles and reaches for something heavy. Glimmer.
And then I'm going to jump back up out of the way.
Glimmer's just gonna actually, he'll go in for with his sword. And oh no!
A one on the die is a miss.
Yeah,
Glimmer.
one.
After you, Carrick.
Okay.
All right, I'm just going to swing and try and hit her in the shoulder.
Magical Warhammer comes down and crushes her shoulder, Carrick. The pain knocks her unconscious, and she's bleeding out there on the bed.
All right.
Ooh.
Just as you were doing that, whoever was looking in the chest, you did find that the chest contains coins. These will take quite a bit of slots, so you won't be able to grab them all. So remember, it's 100 coins per slot for the treasure keeper. But there's hundreds of copper, some silver, and hundreds of gold inside that chest. You can scoop up as much as you can carry. On the table, and shelves near the table, you find several items of value. You find a beaten silver comb set with 4 gems with 200 gold, a copper mirror worth 100 gold, and a large gold hairpin with a pearl worth 400 gold. And so each one of those items also takes a slot, and they're worth more than 100 gold. So
I'm going to get rid of my grappling hook if somebody else has a grappling hook.
anytime
And
you
get rid of my
change what you're
grappling.
carrying, make sure you let the treasure keeper know. Let him know what your new available slots are. And treasure keeper, you'll probably want to put like everyone's name and how many slots, because they'll be varying as you guys find treasure. They'll drop stuff.
Yep. So I assume the copper mirror is 1 slot, but I can probably pry the gems out of the comb and the hairpin.
You could. They'd be worth less than it altogether, though.
All right. I will. I'll drop a torch to take the silver comb.
Okay.
I'm dropping my rope and grappling hook since somebody else had one of those. So I'll open up 2 spots for us.
Oh, perfect. Okay.
Everyone do a duration check for me, please. Since we're out of combat, if you have something that ends, like a lantern, you can freely relight it with a new pint of oil or something.
Yeah, my lantern went out, so I relight it.
All right.
Now you have extra
Still
slot.
running.
All right. Have we checked this room for any secret, or can we see secret doors? I don't even know if we can see secret doors on
I
this map.
think
They
we can.
don't show up on the map
nice.
until I tell you. Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
Oh, you're talking about the map you've found.
Yeah, the map we found.
Oh, I'll show you that again so you can see what it looks like.
Yeah. So there is I think we're in room 2, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's correct.
And then
That's-
there should be
It goes into the Great Hall, so we want to
Mhm.
avoid that. Okay.
We could go
Head down
down
to 1?
into the tower area.
Yeah. Let's do that. So, listening at the door, do we hear any?
Ambush.
No giants out there.
Can we
Quietly
just pile
opening the door.
furs on top of her to make it look like she's still asleep?
Yeah,
Yeah, good call. Good call.
consider that done. Who was that?
Right.
Falsian talking?
Yeah.
Falsian, you can have a luck token, which since you already have your max, we'll give it to Carrick.
Thank you.
Nice. Okay.
Where
so
did you
quietly
say
open
look
this
tokens?
door.
I wasn't paying attention.
Luck tokens, they're the 3-leaf icon on your guy.
Okay.
And they let
Sorry, I
you
looked
add
at that.
3 to a check or a save or a spellcasting check or an attack after you know if you missed. So you can use them
Okay.
after you know if you missed.
Okay, so we're coming up on this southern door, listening, looking for traps.
No traps and no sounds beyond the party.
Okay.
Quietly and quickly opening the door.
Okay.
And just stealthily coming in.
So you can see a flight of stairs to the west that lead up. Oh, you see a giant snoring. You can hear him snoring probably before you see him even. You see on the floor beside that giant is a keg, and it smells of ale. You see all around pegs on the walls with various items of giant outerwear, capes and cloaks and bags hanging from the pegs. Little picture here of the original adventure.
Hiding.
The doors to the
waiting for
east, you would say go
I was waiting
outside.
for a glimmer to come out. Can you close that door? I lost the light source.
It should be
Okay.
closed.
I got it.
Sever's sneaking up. Somebody want to help me get on either side to see if we can. You said this guy was asleep
He is asleep.
next to the barrel.
Yep.
I'm stuck in the darkness.
Drink. Oh,
I'll move you out.
there
There
you
you
go.
go, Falsian.
Thank you.
There you go. There you go.
And the door to where we
Oh.
murdered the giantess closed. Is that door closed as well?
Yeah. Oh,
All right.
is it?
Let's Sever. I come up beside you and aid you in this grim task.
All right, Sever.
Thank you,
Roll
my
a
friend.
d20. You don't roll a one. Want to roll a 1. You don't think a 2 matter. Oh no. Oh no. Just as you guys are getting close to the giant, maybe the bright light of the lantern or something wakes him up. He's blurry-eyed. Everyone roll initiative.
Uh,
He is prone, so he's granting advantage to an adjacent attack right now.
And God,
All right, Carrig. You are first to
Sure.
act.
help!
Oh dear.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. My turn.
Falsian.
Well, I had my bow in my hand, so is it disadvantage because he's prone? Yeah.
Correct.
All right. Well, that's fine. I'll try and shoot him anyway.
Go for the head.
Armor class 11, you hit.
Well, that's not with disadvantage. I don't know how to roll disadvantage.
Just takes 3 off of it.
3 up.
Okay.
Yep.
So
Just as
14
minus
still
3.
hits.
Yep, you got him. And
2
then
points of damage. Take that.
the giant, as he rubs his forehead where the arrow grazed it, looks around at you guys all with weapons drawn, stands up, sweeps a great club at Kester and Carrig. First one on Kester. Oh, crits Kester for 28
No.
points of damage, sends him flying across the room, prone.
Ah,
And then
Oh, shit.
the great club keeps on to Carrig, but Carrig definitely dodges aside that as he's dodging Kester at the same time. The hill giant is done, no longer prone. Glimmer, your turn.
Did you say 20? How many points of damage?
28.
I'm down.
Oh no. Glimmer's gonna aid his ally who just went down, and use my action to feed him a potion
What
for
potion?
my the regular health potion.
Okay, go ahead and click that button for us. And then Kester, remember this will be halved since you're at 0 hit points.
Potion heal.
All right, so Kester, you got 3. And next to go is going to be Kester. Oh, perfect timing, Glimmer.
Kester's going to fire his crossbow at this unholy beast. And when I can find, there it is right there.
Oh, hit. 3 damage to the giant.
Okay,
And
and I will
then-
move.
Sever.
I'm moving.
Your turn, Sever.
all right. Sever, kind of taken off guard, and she's thinks of her mother, and she's like kind of tearing up, and she goes for her dual scimitars against this giant.
15 points damage to the giant. And then Carrig.
And then I'm gonna jump out, get out of the way here.
All right. I'm going to swing my warhammer at his kneecap.
14 connects, 9 damage to the giant. He's staggered. Then Falsian,
Go down.
Finish
All
him
right.
off.
I'll try. I'll shoot him again.
from class 11.
Yay!
Ooh,
Look at that.
miss. Giant's turn. Giant strides forward. His great club. First, he smashes down on Falsian and then bounces it and over his head and smashes it down on Carrig. Falsian, 23 to hit you for 10 bludgeoning.
Okay.
Carrig missed you. Carrig keeps dodging that giant.
Oh,
And then Glimmer,
All right, I'm gonna try to flank him with
You are
Carrot on one
flanked,
side,
yeah.
and
plus
I
3
will
to attack.
backstab with my sword.
Oh, yeah. 12 points of damage.
Well
You. How does he fall, Glimmer?
Hopefully
Not on me.
on top of hopefully on top of the ale
keg?
barrel, and it
All
crashes, and yeah, exactly.
Nice. All right.
don't drown.
Ale splashes everywhere.
So we are out of combat. It did make some noise, though. And what do y'all do?
We're in
sorry,
a
my-
watchtower, so
Yes.
This-
Do we want to try and grab some of these cloaks off the wall to cover this up at all? Make it look natural as quick as we can, or do you just want to bail?
let's bail. I mean,
Okay.
we're-
So yeah, we're rushing towards the stairs.
Okay, rushing towards the stairs. That's a good plan because as you guys crest the stairs, there's a giant at the top here, and you guys can get as far as where I put Sever. So you go running up the stairs. You don't have to be where I put Sever, but you can be as far up the stairs as where I put Sever. When you come around that corner, there's a giant looking down the stairs trying to figure out what's going on. And once you get where you're
I
happy
can't be
standing,
surprised. So
where you're happy standing,
Yay.
roll initiative. And the first person to act is Sever.
Nice.
she turns the corner and just knocks her bow and kind of in fury shoots towards his head.
Oh, missing
And-
by 4, looks like, unfortunately. The giant,
Dang it.
he retreats quickly up into the tower. So, let's see, the tower, this isn't going to be, we'll just call the area that's encased by the stairs the top floor of the tower, say. So he runs over to the top floor of the
Okay.
tower.
She's going to try and go up and follow.
Okay. He reaches for, you can see there is an iron hoop and a straight bar hanging on ropes from the rafters above. He starts
Oh, no.
banging that iron hoop, ringing a very loud alarm. That's his action. Falsy, your turn.
All right, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I can't even get up there to do anything about that. So I'll move up the stairs and
Well, can you shoot from there?
no, because if this is the entrance, I don't have a way to shoot him, right?
You can
Well, he's
there you can see him. Yeah, so
He's
consider that.
giant,
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, consider that open to the room above.
All
Shoot
right.
his hand.
Well, I can shoot him, or I can try and silence the area.
Your call.
Well, he's already. Is he? Looks like he's going to continue to bang the hoop.
He is banging it when you arrive, for sure.
All right.
Silence. Okay.
Nice.
All of a sudden, it gets deathly silent up there. And a 20-foot blast from you, so that'll encase the hoop. And if you are in that room up there, you can't talk. As long as Kester stays focused on it. That's Falsian. Kester.
Kester runs or moves. Is potion a free action?
It is a
or, I
free
mean,
action for you to drink your own, an action to feed it to someone.
Okay. I'm going to imbibe the potion of extra healing.
Okay.
And I don't see. How do I roll that? What is the effect
Click
on
your
that?
token and click the P extra heal in your gear. So if you go from left to
The
right, you have
token.
initiative, you have your ability scores, you have your description, gear, and then P extra heal. That's for
Oh,
you.
P extra.
Yeah.
Oh, I got you. 14.
There you go.
All right.
You were at
Nice.
3, I think, right? Yeah.
So
Yeah,
now I'm at
nice.
17.
Nice.
That helps. And so I'll continue to move up the stairs.
All
But
right.
That was a free action.
Glimmer's turn.
Follow my ally Sever up the stairs. Can I see the giant from where I'm
Yeah.
at?
Yep.
Okay. I like to fire off a slingshot
Okay.
or a sling. 14.
Connected, 1 damage. And then Carrie.
All right, I'll move up. I'm assuming I can see him.
Yep.
All right, and I'll fire javelin at him, not the lightning javelin.
Not the lightning. Okay. Hit for 6 to the giant.
Right in the armpit.
Sever.
Dual scimitars.
32 points of damage. How's that giant fall, Sever?
Nice.
Oh man! So he's just ringing this thing. And all of a sudden, it gets quiet, and he kind of looks over, and I just take my dual scimitars and I kind of climb up him and slash and just take his head off.
Down the body falls with a silent fall, but shakes the whole tower. And he lies there dead. You can see he has a belt with a gem set golden buckle worth 800 gold pieces for a treasure keeper.
Nice.
And let me roll a random monster check here, or random encounter check. Good. It looks like you might have silenced that thing in time. And then let's take a break. So it's 32 after. Let's come back in 13 minutes at 45 after. And I won't
Perfect.
re-roll a random check at 45 after, since I just rolled one. I did not have you do a duration roll. So everyone make duration rolls for all your ongoing duration things.
Oh, good.
Ouch.
You're not in combat, so you can refresh stuff if you need to with spells or oil or change to a torch or whatever.
Well, the good news is I have one more free inventory spot as I use my other oil. my lantern.
Who's speaking? Was that Sever?
That was Kester.
Kester.
Yes, sir. Okay.
All right.
If there's a break in the action, I like to drink a potion of healing.
Go for it.
Carrick will retrieve his javelin if possible.
Can I retrieve arrows? Is that a thing? Or
Yeah, you can find about half your arrows unbroken.
Okay, so I think I've shot 2, so I get 1 back.
yeah, I've shot I think 4, so I get 2 back. All right. What do we want to do from here? It looks like we can go up the left side of this compound, or we can maybe try go over the roof like we were talking about at the beginning, and maybe go find another unlit chimney.
Yes, that sounds good. Let's do that.
Let's
You
go to the
had
roof.
been up to the corner of the roof where you could see that there is one more unlit chimney. Actually, from here you can see it from the tower. So you want to head towards that one more unlit chimney. It's in the southwest corner of the compound of the main building.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's
Just
I
move
guess
you
whoever's
outside.
got the
Move
rope
you
and
outside.
that thing,
So
yeah.
it's this right here. If that's the one you want to go through.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
do it.
All right. That deposits you into a chamber with some beds and tables and chests, various skins and hides covering the floors, giant garments on some pegs, 2 torches. One is lit and burning smokily on the west wall.
Let me answer a question real quick, Tom. Does D20 count the spell slots? Because that's what I was using that other bar for.
It does not.
Okay.
So if you fail to cast a spell, you can no longer cast that spell. If you fail to retain a spell, you can no longer cast that spell till the end of a rest.
Right. I don't think I've failed on any
I
checks
don't think you
yet,
have,
so.
no. Yeah.
Correct.
All right.
Okay. So here you guys are. It's quiet here. You can hear the distant ruckus. It doesn't sound like the party's slowed down at all, even though, they've presumably found
Even
some
though there
dead
was an
giant
alarm bell
bodies.
and some murdered giants.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's just part of the
It's a
course.
Tuesday.
That's how giant parties go, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just kind of search around the room, see if there's any treasure.
Same.
Who was asking for torches earlier? I think. Do we have time to grab? I don't know. You said there's a 1 lit and 1 unlit. Do we want
Correct.
to just grab another? There's 2
Yeah.
grabbing
If you need torches,
that
you
from
can
earlier.
climb up and grab them.
I'll help you. I'll lift anybody up.
Okay.
Carrick will lift you up.
All right.
I'll
Well,
grab a torch.
fortunately
That
for
way I'll
you,
just put away my bow.
the unlit torch, when you grab it, is not a torch. In fact, you cut your hand when you grab it.
Uh-oh.
It's
So that
actually, you feel it, and you can kind of see through the illusion of it now. It's actually a sword. And it was just covered with an illusion to look like a torch.
Very cool.
The lit one is a real torch. The unlit one is
So
the
would you
illusion.
say it had the appearance of a torch?
It appeared to be a torch. The actual room description is a lit torch, or no, 2 torches. What does the actual room description say? This is funny. Room 14. Yeah. 1 torch burns smokily at the west end of the room on a wall sconce, and the other end is what appears to be an unlit torch. But it's
What appears to
actually
be-
a giant slaying longsword.
Wow.
Nice.
And it's intelligent,
Nice.
no less.
Oh, snap.
Intelligent giant slaying
Uh-oh.
longsword.
Uh-oh.
It conveys that to the first person that grabs it. So let me describe it here for you guys. Let's see. It's got 14 intelligence. I haven't figured out how this will work, but it speaks Hill, Stone, and Frost giant languages in addition to Common and Neutral Good, which its alignment is. Detects enemies. It's a +2 sword in general, +4 versus giants.
Nice.
That might change when I figure out exactly how it works. But anyway, it's a longsword +2. That is +4 against giants. I might change that to do extra damage against giants in the future. But anyway, for now, would anyone like a giant slayer longsword? If you want it, roll d20. All right. Looks like Kester gets the giant slayer.
Is this a talking intelligent sword, or is it like
speaks Common.
mental?
It speaks out loud.
Well, it's smarter than me, so
And
maybe.
it's neutral good. So it'd be
You
interesting to
give
hear
us
the
some
conversations. Yeah. Hear the conversations you two have. Besides that,
Yeah.
you don't find anything of value in the chamber.
Including like secret doors or anything we were searching through.
Right. And Kester, are you going to drop your regular
Oh,
longsword?
we've got the map, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Just wanted to check. Otherwise, you'd have to tell the treasure keeper you have 1 less slot. But you don't. So you're good.
Did somebody
Yeah,
else
I
want to
will.
grab the lit torch?
Yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah.
You
So
can,
then I just
the-
put TM
whoever-
myself then.
whoever grabbed it can hit the T. Yeah. I'll take it off the
Okay.
map there.
Does the sword know anything? I look at the sword and say, do you know Anything that you can tell us about the surroundings?
There are enemies all around, giants of every sort. It tells you it was left here by an adventurer who was facing his end at the hands of the giants, and rather than being captured, used some sort of magic to hide his sword so that someone like you would find it one day and bring ruin to all giants.
Then it seems our goals align.
They do.
Well met.
We shall serve one another well.
Since we're maybe looking for the rebel giant, has he heard any discussions along those lines? Like anybody that's angry with the current
No, I have not.
establishment?
But in this chamber, giant guests come and go. And the latest is a cloud giant and 2 stone giants. I presume they're at the party that they had spoken about earlier. They were talking about joining forces with this giant chieftain and something about a calva or something like some name like a calva. It's spoken of. Yes, that's it.
Eclavdra. Sword. Do you know? Is this Eclavdra a priestess?
That's what
Are
they
these giants
said.
enthralled?
That's what they said, that she was a magical priestess. And they thought the same thing, that Nasra was charmed by her. So they were leery of joining.
Those giants thought that, so the cloud giant and the witch giant?
Cloud and 2 stone.
Cloud and 2 stone.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe, didn't someone say that there might be a giant who's
Correct.
who's got a little irritated with Nostra?
Yes.
So maybe that's them. Okay. Is there anything else we can think of to ask I guess we have the thing we can ask as we go. So
let's go.
Yeah, let's listen in at the door and
before we go, I just want to. I remember a rumor.
Oh yeah,
we should be probably careful of picking up any artifacts, especially those that belong to the chief, giant chief. There's a rumor that an artifact is cursed, and whoever touches it or picks it up will turn into a ravenous beast. So let's just be wary.
So who has this sword right now?
Noted. Kester. Well,
okay, so Sever's kind of got her side eye going on Kester a little bit, just for pure safety purposes.
I updated
your. She does that.
I updated your macro, Kester, for the sword.
Thank you.
Do we have any healing? She's looking at Kester, and he looks a little rough. I could do a curative on him. Pull out some herbalism.
That would be appreciated. My healing seems to be a little bit overpowered for this case.
Yes.
Oh.
So she takes out kind of like a small bag that has a little jar in it, and kind of uses it to wipe on his wounds, and it heals you 10 hit points.
Thank you.
Of course. Just remember, I did this if you ever start feeling beastly.
I'm sure my bark will be much worse than my bite.
Let's hope. So we're checking the door.
No traps and no sounds beyond the party in the distance.
Okay.
Then let's be off.
Yeah.
Can you pull up the map?
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got a hallway, got 2 long rooms. I'm gonna listen. Glimmer, you listen at that door. I'll listen at this one.
Yep. I'll also just check for any
checking for traps. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it looks like 15 and 16 are both isolated rooms.
Oh yeah, there's no way in or out. This is the only way in or out. Okay.
So let's do 15 first.
All right.
Okay. Do somebody want to stay outside just as or do we have an alarm spell or something like that? Do we want to post a guard or just all come in and close the door?
I can stay.
Yeah, I could stay outside too.
I'll keep my eyes peeled.
Okay.
This
you hear
is
something quietly come back in, yeah.
This is a barracks, you would estimate. Many giant beds here. No giants in them. They're all empty. There's some boxes and stools and tables and benches and various odds and ends.
Okay.
I'll check for anything helpful quickly.
Okay. A quick search around. You don't find anything of note.
Okay. Looks like nothing's in here. Want to go to the other one?
Yes.
Okay. Nothing in there, gents. We'll check this other one.
Similar. Another barracks. Cots, boxes, stools, tables, benches of various odds and ends.
Okay, just like rifling the beds real quick, gently kind of run through.
A quick search, you find a small chest on a stool in the northeast corner of the room containing some dwarven and elven ears And one of them has an earring with a small gem in it for your treasure keeper. If you want to take it, it's that. It's a small gem. You can count that as 1/10 of a slot.
This is
I grab it and leave it in the ear, and I just toss the ear.
very. I get an eerie feeling just looking at it.
Oh,
To be
no.
honest.
Okay. So do we want to head east and go check out 12 and 13, or do we want to go up? Okay. Yeah.
Let me
Yeah,
do
let's
a
do that.
wandering monster check, which is now doubled, by the way. Western section,
So it's
wandering monsters.
A 1 or a 2?
Nothing comes. Actually, it's a 1 through 10 now.
Oh, good.
Oh, good. Okay, let's pick up the pace, fellas.
Yeah, we need to. I'm not a fella. I'm just kidding.
It was a gender neutral term.
Oh yes,
where I
yes.
come in my people.
Checking the door. She kind of rolls her eyes and checking the door for traps.
He's using it like giant fellers.
Listening.
Let's go, giant fellers. No sound beyond the party in the distance. No traps.
Okay. Very quietly and gently opening this door.
Tom, I give you inspiration. I give you luck for that
comment.
I like that.
Thank you. I'll use it later.
No.
Actually, far to the north, you can see light spilling out of probably that great hall.
Ooh, shoot.
Sound.
Get out of the hallway, yeah.
Yeah, boisterous voices. And so are you going to quickly move?
Yeah, let's quickly run across the hall, guys.
Okay.
Check this door.
Okay. No traps on it. No sounds beyond it. Inside is... Oh, and everyone make a duration roll for me, please, for all your variable durations.
Okay.
Oh, my lantern went out.
Mine's still on.
Okay, so the first duration was for my spell. Do I need to roll for this torch that I just picked up?
Yeah, there's already smokily burning, so yeah, it could go at any moment.
Okay, it goes out. Yeah.
Is Carrick still guarding outside for us?
Yep.
Awesome, thank you.
So to turn off the torch, so I click T again?
Click the O. O will turn off your light source, yeah.
All right.
Okay, this chamber is, looks like a arsenal room full of helmets and shields and spears and clubs, all sized for giants. Just an enormous collection of giant weaponry.
Should we do something to... I mean, I don't know if we can... Can we use these? Can we damage these? Or I don't know if... So the regular sized person couldn't use these, is what you're saying?
You can certainly damage them. It would take you some time, because there's a lot of them.
Okay. Is that worth it, or should we...
I say our time is spent better elsewhere doing other things.
All right. So let's go check out this door down here.
No traps, no sounds. This one is numerous giant-sized spears, shields, clubs, and axes abundant here.
Okay.
They are well prepared for battle.
Yeah, man. Okay. So are we checking through in here for any... Yeah, just rifling through these weapons, seeing if there's anything of use to us other than giant weapons.
Yeah, you find two human-sized weapons, both warhammers, both well made, both the equivalent. One is the equivalent, you'd say, of a +3 warhammer.
Ooh.
Man, Carrick, you're getting every magic item. You're gonna be at your limit here soon. Does anyone want a +3 warhammer?
I don't think bards can use warhammer.
I think priests can. I think fighters can. If priests or fighters want it.
Yeah, go ahead, Carrick.
All right, Carrick.
All right.
+3 warhammer. That's one better than what you have. So I'll update your macro in a second. You're welcome to if you don't
Does
have.
anybody want my +2?
Oh yeah, Carrick's giving a +2 warhammer. Anyone want that one?
Yeah.
No.
Essentially trash.
Do you think we could trade it for something with the yeomanry leak?
You can't, unfortunately. No.
Okay.
This is only because
let's not go through. This goes into, it looks like, to the main hall, so we should probably go back and out, I would say.
Okay.
If there's nothing else in this room, because I don't think we want to go into 11 at all.
There was a second warhammer, and the second warhammer is a +1 warhammer. If anyone wants that, saying as though no one wanted the +2 warhammer, I'm guessing no.
Probably not. Okay.
Okay, I think your warhammer macro is fixed for you, Carrick. Now where to?
All right, back up and out. I think we're back up and out and see if we can.
So yeah, Kester, as you peek around that corner, you can see the open doors way to the north, way up here, and you see coming across the hallway a orc carrying empty dishes, and he runs across the hall into another room. Then another orc is carrying loaded dishes, across the hall into the big hall there. So apparently
Sever grabs Kester and pulls him back out of the hallway.
It appears the great hall to the east, and there must be some sort of kitchen or something to the west, with servants going back and forth. In fact, you can even hear a clang of a dish or two from the west, and then you're quickly pulled back so that no one sees you.
Yeah, I relay that to the group and say, it appears they have orcs as their servers.
Oh, geez. Okay.
However,
I wonder. So if they're using orcs as slaves or as workers.
Yeah, they definitely weren't warriors, Kester. You could tell they were just wearing just makeshift clothing and no weapons or armor, and carrying dishes back and forth.
Okay. So if we went up that long hall into 17, that looks like that's the kitchen. So we probably want to. Do we want to try and risk going through the kitchen? No, it seems like. I mean, that goes like right into the Great Hall.
It does.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I would recommend recommend back to the tower and maybe on the roof and see if we can head up into one of these. Maybe 19 has a fireplace.
Chimney, yeah. 19 has a chimney. 18 has a chimney.
Yeah,
Those were all burning. The only chimneys left that weren't burning were the one into the war planning room that you guys had already been to, 10, and the ones on the east wall of the place, and 2 in the building that's on the other side of the wolf compound, the outbuilding.
Oh, the northeast.
No way to get to those.
Yeah.
So you have no other roofs to go down except ones you've already been down.
Another option is to go down the stairs and see if there's anything under.
Yeah, go back to 10, the chimney in 10, and go down the stairs.
Oh yeah, see what's underneath. Or we could risk trying to sneak across. I don't know if that's worth it.
I vote for down the stairs.
Yeah, I think you're right. So
Okay.
you're gonna
go back,
make our way to the tower
through the chimney, or you can just walk through the door to the south, I guess, huh? Is that your plan?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, heading down the south.
And then
Just
along the
stealthily.
ceiling, and then, okay. So it looks like they have not posted any new guards out front here. Like, they're not aware that you killed these guards yet. So that's good news. Just leave you guys where you're at. I'll drag you to the other room for you real quick here.
Okay. Swing back to close the door.
Yeah, you can close the door behind you?
Yeah.
Okay. Closed. And drag you there.
Okay. So this is 10. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Where was the? Oh, okay.
The southwest.
The stairs are over here on the west. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so nothing new in 10. Nothing new at the top of the stairs. I don't have any kind of a teleporter on the stairs, so I have to manually move you to the bottom of the stairs. Just let me know when you want to go down them.
I'm ready.
Yeah. So
You ready? Okay. Let me grab you.
Yeah.
Go ahead and leave you guys motionless. I'll grab you and drag you to the bottom. All right. The flight of stairs is pretty long. It actually is over here. And behind you, the stairs are at the end of the hall behind you. To your north is a passageway. Feel free to start moving where you want.
Okay. So we're underground. Is this like worked stone, or is it like, are we in like caverns, or what is this? It looks like stone, but
Yeah, it is masonry work. It's quite good, by the way. It's certainly superior to anything an orc, would make. It's old. Your dwarf tells you this is pretty ancient. This has been here a while. There's some repairs and some patchwork here and there, but nothing major. And then to the east,
light, or is it completely pitch black?
It's pitch dark down here. Yeah, pitch dark.
Okay.
No light at
do we
all.
want to snuff out our lights except for the one lantern, and use a lantern very, very narrowly to try and just make sure we're not alerting anything? What do you think?
Is that something that we can do?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Sure.
If it's a hooded
We're just using the lantern very, very carefully. What? Say that again. Sorry.
Yeah, I said if it's a hooded lantern, we should be able to close the hood, yeah?
Yeah.
So I will focus the lantern beam down and use that lantern in that way. I don't know how to make that happen on the interface.
Yeah, don't worry about it on the interface.
Okay. And continue to the north. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
This way.
Just checking for traps, checking for secret doors as we go.
All right.
Okay. Two things happen at the same time. You see something. To the west is an enormous chamber. You'd say 60, 70 feet across. And you see the glint of some coins on the far side just scattered across the floor. And you see some coffers right up against the wall there. One tipped over, which has spilled all its contents onto the floor, and that there's be some gems and jewelry, and something amidst that is glowing enough to light it up so you can see it from this far away, because your lantern wouldn't otherwise shine that far. At the same time that you're seeing that, Kester, you, Sever, find a secret door to the east.
Has the sword been down here?
No, the sword has not been
Yeah.
down here. Has never seen this.
So check the door for traps and
No traps on the door.
okay.
Inside
So
is
yeah,
a large chest, a iron
Okay.
box, 2 small coffers.
still checking for traps as we go.
Okay. Hold up there, Kester. As Kester strides forward, Sever, you spot that there is a pit trap just inside the door. And so Kester, Sever, you can try and help Kester jump back out of the way from falling in that pit as you spot it just as Kester is moving across it.
Yeah,
Kester, make a dex
grab-
save with advantage because you have Sever's help. DC to dodge out of the way of this is 15.
All right, so I hit my
Hit your token,
D.
hit your D15 button, yeah, for dex save.
Oh,
Boom, yeah.
look at that.
Oh, good.
So with Sever's thinking to look for traps and quick thinking to grab you,
Cat-like reflexes.
you pull Kester back, and a trap door opens and then snaps closed behind. So Kester would have been deposited down into the pit, and the door would have snapped closed over Kester's head. And you didn't get a good glimpse of what was down there. It was pitch dark down there, Sever, and you didn't get a chance to shine your light down. So you don't know how deep it was.
Yikes.
We draw it on the map, so you guys have it.
I reach a hand over and put it on Sever's shoulder. Thank you.
Yes, these giants are not smart enough to trap their setting, but whoever is down here is much more intelligent. We need to be careful.
Do you think I could use telekinesis to hold the trap shut so we could go in the room?
Yeah, you certainly could.
Okay,
Do you guys want to try that or do it later?
we
No,
can
yeah,
try.
that's great.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll try and cast y'all back away in case this goes wrong.
We also have somebody has a rope, right? We can tie a rope around
Yes.
us. And
I do.
does anybody have? We don't have 10-foot poles in this game, do we?
You
I don't know if we
do.
have a 10-foot.
I know it's carrying it.
All right, I will attempt to telekinesis hold the trap shut while you guys walk across.
Okay.
Probably jump
And-
as much as we can. Yeah.
I
Okay.
will.
You
I'll
can
try to leap.
jump and clear 10 feet without a check. So
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Then if we want to do that, then I won't try and cast a spell yet.
Okay.
Just in case it
Well,
blows up.
only
Are
the
they
dwarf
5 or
and
10
only the
foot?
dwarf and the halfling need help. Now inside the room, chest, box, 2 small coffers, broken boxes, broken barrel, a large growth of yellow mold in the corner. I should probably tell you that
Ooh.
before you run into the room. Here's a picture of it.
Okay.
So treasure keeper, and those of you guys with the yellow mold, you can decide what you want to do. But there's a large chest which has 13,000 gold coins in it.
Whoa.
Holy shit.
There's an iron box which is locked. You'll need to pick it. There's a small coffer. It's not locked, and it's got an enormous quantity of gems in it.
Oh my.
23 of 100, 7 of 500, and 4 of 1,000. There's a small coffer with pieces of jewelry. These are 1/3 each. 500 each of those pieces of jewelry. Let's see, there is... Okay, so we got... What's left is a locked iron box, various broken barrels, and yellow mold in the corner. That yellow mold will be in this corner over here.
Glimmer, would you mind doing whatever it is you do to these boxes, to this chest?
Oh yeah, especially the locked one. No problem. I'm on it. As long as is the locked chest near the yellow mold?
There's a locked iron coffer on the desk, so it's about 10 feet away from the yellow mold, which is right over here.
Okay, yeah,
Just be
I'll
careful.
steer clear of the mold
Okay.
as I work on the locked.
Yeah, you're able to unlock that thing, no
Yeah.
difficulty. It is
Okay.
full to the brim of platinum, 2,300 platinum coins in that box.
Wow.
Whoa.
Think of all the poor.
Can we? So are we thinking the mold is environmental, or you think it's an
Is there any
enemy?
way
What
to
do you-
know anything about yellow mold?
I'm gonna ask the sword. The smart sword.
No, I don't know.
Sword.
Is there a skill check to determine what happens with yellow mold?
Yeah, I mean,
You don't know for
Sever's
sure.
going to come up and come. She's going to tentatively kind of get close and see if she's kind of
assaulted by it.
Maybe.
Is it
Yeah,
motion trigger or
assaulted by
heat
it.
trigger?
Yeah.
It doesn't release any spores when you get close.
Okay.
Don't
She's
touch
gonna
it for sure. That might trigger it. So
take her falchion still in its scabbard and just kind of like push around and kind of
Huh. Yeah,
move around.
it's odd.
Gonna...
It doesn't act normal. It's like the mold is an illusion.
Oh no!
No, it's like it's an illusion.
Oh.
Your sword just goes through it. There's some items behind it.
oh nice.
Oh geez. Okay. So she puts the sword back in and
Okay.
kind of reaches in carefully.
Illusion or a quick death. I'm glad it was you.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll find out.
You find 4 things effectively to split up amongst you of magic. There is some +2 arrows. There is a +3 spear and a flame blade longsword.
Ooh-wee.
So
I think I like flame blade for sure.
would anyone like the first clutch of +2 arrows? Roll a d20 if you do. And you can mix and match in your inventory regular and magical arrows. So you can just discard some regular ones to make room if you want.
I can take one and give the other one to Falcion.
So
We both are. So do you want 6 or 5 +2?
I don't care. You're a better shot than me.
So these are consumables, and 6
Okay.
of them take up 1 consumable. So do you have to drop a consumable for that?
So can we remove like normal arrows and put the magic arrows in their spot? Or
Yes, you can.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna drop ahead. So I'll drop 6 of my regular.
Yeah, same. I'll drop 4 of my regular arrows.
Gotcha. And then after you've picked up those arrows, Sever, how many consumable items do you have? Is that 7 or less?
I've got 2 slots of arrows. I've got 2 slots of potions. Yeah, I think I'm still less than that.
Less than 7 total?
Yep.
Total items, not slots. So you have 7 or
total
less.
items, yep.
Total items. With arrows, 6 of them counting as 1. And then Falcine, are you at 7 or less? Okay.
Yeah, since I drank a potion of healing, these
Perfect.
magic arrows take up my 7th consumable slot.
If anyone wants a +3 spear, roll d20.
Guess not.
No one wants a +3 spear. And then if anyone wants a flame blade, so I haven't really defined what a flame blade does, but assume it'll be +1 and then do extra fire damage, like probably d6 extra fire damage. That's Falcion for the flame blade.
Yeah.
I mean, we can
Anyone
take.
else?
I could probably take the +3 spear. I'm just trying to deal with my inventory here. Actually, I think I might, because torches count as
1 each.
consumables, right? So yeah, I am right. You're right. I had 8. So
No. I'm talking about magic items. You can have 7 consumable magic items.
Oh, I see.
7
Got
potions, 7 scrolls, 6 arrows count as 1.
Okay, then I'm good.
Yeah.
Got it. I'm good then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so
So
you're
I will
leaving
pick
behind.
up the +3. I'll pick up the +3.
That was
Spear, you said?
Andrew. Okay, Sever.
Yeah.
+3 spear.
Excellent.
Okay.
Yep.
What else are you guys doing?
Great.
So I will drop my +1 spear if nobody else cares, and I'll take the.
So let's just kind of like, it looks like he's got all these barrels and stuff and boxes and kind of working our way through all this stuff.
Okay. You find that the broken barrel is also an illusion. It's actually a well-made and watertight cask.
Oh, a cask. Is there any way to see what's in the cask?
You can certainly, it's got a top you could open up. You could pry open with a crowbar or sword or something.
Let's open it.
You find
I'll use a sword and jimmy it open.
You find a
Carefully.
map. A map showing the glacial rift of the frost giant Jarl.
Nice.
So another giant stronghold you were told to find information about. You also find a strange obsidian box. It's got like web-like patterns on it. It's closed.
Weird. Do we have anybody who can identify stuff like this, or not really?
Not beyond what you see, you know.
We'll have to take it.
It's got stuff in it, or it could have stuff in it. It's a container.
If this is a bad idea, you might want to step back.
Okay,
and
go for it.
Kester gives a warning and then opens the box.
Inside the box is a chain of weird black metal. Even no one in your party recognizes the metal itself. Instructions written in Hill Giant on a sheet of human skin that show that the chain is a magical device which is to be looped into a figure 8, thus shaped. It will transport up to 6 persons in each circle to the glacial rift if one of their number holds the map of the glacial rift.
All right.
Ooh.
Oh, wow. Okay. So if we want to go glacial rift if we want to see the frost giant Jarl or Jarl. Okay.
And that's
Nice.
it. Nothing else. You find nothing else in there.
Okay.
So Tom,
Okay.
I dropped my +1 spear for the flame tongue longsword.
+1
I
speed.
don't know what
Alright.
you have to do to my macro.
Yeah, I'll work on that.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So are we still the trap is still telekinesis?
I didn't use it. We just jumped across it.
We just jumped. I
Okay.
leap. Okay.
Okay.
And I'll move into this great chamber that you described and see what we see in here.
I definitely would think that would check for traps when you go in there.
Yeah. Yeah. Be
Yeah.
very quiet and
It seems
careful.
like a lure.
Yeah. Just sticking to the walls,
Yeah, sticking to the walls.
doing
moving
our
to the
lantern
side.
thing.
Yeah. Checking
I'll-
for secret doors as
Yeah,
well.
check for secret doors.
You go
Okay.
that way. I'll go this way.
Pause there. Kester, you find a secret door here. You note when you find the secret door that it's got like eye level to you some peepholes. There's like
Oh,
3 of them across.
okay. Can I look?
Those don't sound like people's. I'd be careful.
Oh,
They're at giant height peoples?
No, they're at human height.
Okay.
Yes, I that sounds like a trap.
Oh,
this
wait.
seems like a trap.
So when you said giant height, you probably shined your lantern higher. There are also giant height peepholes. So it's got both giant and human size.
Okay.
Um,
Without touching, I'm going to look through the peephole.
Okay. It's dark on the other side.
This does seem like a trap. Can I check for traps?
Yeah, you don't find
I
any
would like to check for
traps.
traps. I'm going to leave the door and continue to explore the corridor right now, unless we want to go through it right now. What do you think?
No,
I
if
turned to the
it's
party.
quiet,
Here,
yeah,
or
if
the
it's
obvious
quiet, go
blue.
for it.
Okay. I will go ahead and open this door.
Go for it.
Okay.
I'm getting behind him like a bow and
Okay.
arrow knock just to make sure.
Maybe I put a wall there. Hold on just a second. Maybe I have a door and a wall. Let me double check. Yeah, I put a wall across it. Let me see.
False door.
Let me redraw a couple walls here. Light layer. All right. Now I should blow up the map out. There we go.
Yep.
And no door back. Okay. So on the other side of this door is a narrow passageway. It's a hidey hole. It's got some spy holes at human level and giant level. There are 3 levers on the west wall of the room. The north lever is up, the middle lever is up, and the south lever is down. So up, up, down, from top to bottom.
Ooh,
Interesting.
interesting.
I would not recommend doing anything with that. at the
Yeah, leave
moment.
them as they are. Yeah, for sure.
What's
We will-
further down the hallway?
Are we going to leave the obvious pile of loot over there? Or do we think it's a trap?
Oh,
I-
see
It's
well lit, so that seems like it's asking for it, but we can go check for traps. There's also a door down here, it looks like.
Yeah,
hallway, too.
down to the south there, it's like a portcullis. It's like
Okay.
it's like a gate, but it's a solid portcullis. You can tell it
Mhm.
goes up into the ceiling, but it's down right now, and it's
Perhaps
we
this
can't
is
see
the-
through it.
made out of
levers in the
solid
wall.
wood and banded, and yeah, not see through.
So there's
Maybe the
something
levers
in there. Oh,
control the portcullis.
yeah. So is that good thing? Treasure or other things? Okay. And then
drawn like a moth to the flame. I approach the treasure very cautiously.
yeah, let's checking for traps or
Okay, go ahead and pause there. As you carefully approach it, looking for traps as you go, you note an outline on the floor. Put on the map layer here for you.
Is it a chalk outline?
No, not a chalk outline, but like a groove along the floor where the tiles are distinctly different than the other tiles, like it, not filled in with a mortar. Just put it on that white
Ooh.
there. So that
Ooh.
white area there looks to be separate from the other part of the floor.
Like a sneaky pit trap.
hmm
Now we will move around that, keeping a wide berth. And
Oh, and let's do a duration roll for everything. Go to everyone make your duration rolls.
please.
Oops, the inspiring word went off.
Oh,
can you redo it or do you lose it? How does that work?
Here we go.
Yeah, the inspiring thing, it just ends.
Oh, okay.
So if
What?
you have a luck point from that, you lose it, yeah?
Oh, no, I don't think that ever ends if I changed it correctly. It should just be a luck
Okay.
token forever.
Okay, fair.
oh,
That's the only thing I've been rolling durations for. Is
Oh,
that spell,
okay.
I guess.
So you're good. You're good, yeah. That should be forever unless I did it wrong.
Okay, so we're thinking that this stones are as kind of a trap, and we can go to the side, or we just want to avoid this? What do you think?
I'll move up to it. I'll move up to the side and go along the wall to the loot.
All right.
Okay.
So spilled
I'm
there.
ready to grab Kester if I need to.
Spilled there on the ground, you find a total of about a little over 50 gold pieces, 52 gold pieces in total. And the gems are obviously glass. They're of no value.
This was a lure.
Was that the shiny thing that was attracting us? Was the fake gems?
Yeah, and there is. You think the gems are like reflective, and so it's reflecting off your lantern. That's where the light was coming from.
To get us to run across and fall into the pit.
Yeah.
I will move. I'm going to move back to this wall and check for secret doors on this wall to see if there's any there.
None there.
Okay. Then it seems like maybe I can go back into this room and do you think these levers control the portcullis?
Probably. Let's see what's at the end of the hallway first, and then I don't know. It could be good. It could be bad. It could be really bad. I don't know. What do you think?
Secret doors on this end for sure. We should check.
So there's nothing else in here. There's just a hidey hole.
Right. It's just a hidey hole. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But that seems weird. How would they get in here to be able to use the peepholes to watch to open and lower the portcullis? So are there secret doors over here?
We'll just come. Oh, okay. I guess.
Yeah, Falsian.
Checking for secret doors.
There are secret doors, Falsian. You find one.
Oh, nice.
Well done.
Do you want to listen to that? See if we hear anything, or can we? Is that possible to hear through?
You don't hear anything on the other side of that door.
Are these doors stone and not wood like upstairs?
They are stone. Correct. To blend in with the wall.
Are they easier to move, or are they still giant sized?
Still giant size.
Okay.
This one has no peepholes, unlike the other one.
No peepholes. All right.
Yeah.
What do you think? Do we want to just peek through there, or open and see what's in there, and then deal with the stuff over here, or what do you think?
Yeah, let's open it up.
Let's clear behind us, right?
Yeah. All right. I'm going to carefully open this up.
Okay.
Quietly.
Okay. So there's a few smoky torches burning along the walls of a big room. You see benches and tables pushed out of the way against the walls. The floor is of blackish stone, much worn by the tread of countless feet. Looks like a real constant path of this treading comes from the south, Sever, and to the wall just south of the door that you're opening, and back and forth. Like a lot of foot traffic back and forth between those 2 points.
Okay. I'm going to close that door carefully and quietly, and then I'll report back what I just saw to those guys and say, like, hey, it looks like this is like a well-trodden area. We maybe go deal with what's over here, and then when we're ready to move on, we can maybe run through this area. It looks very like we're run into somebody easily in that room.
Sure, we're gonna try to open the portcullis.
Okay. Do we want to go get set up over here, or what do you think?
Yeah, why don't you go get in front of the portcullis? I will take the lever that's down and move it into the up position.
Okay. I'm going to be back here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll be within bow range. Well, I'll go here.
Do we have any idea how long it takes for this loop thing to work in case we want to use it as an emergency exit?
You have.
I don't know. Did it say?
Everything that is said in the piece of paper is that.
Okay. So I don't know if we want to use that as an exit, though, just because that can put us like, we don't know where we're going. We need to be ready to go. Like
frying pan in a fire. I'm not sure.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, but if
we should be very ready to fight if we go through that thing. So
I was just asking in case we get swarmed, you know.
I mean, fair. I mean, depending on what we see, if anything, hopefully it's just like loot.
Yeah. There's like 100 orcs over there. That might be a good time to.
Yeah, I mean, fair.
So if you're gonna.
So before we do this, what's our plan? So if it's loot, we just grab it. If it's something else, what's the plan? Fight, run. I guess it depends.
Yeah,
adventure. Yeah.
Okay. So where's the exit if we do need to exit? Like, where are we going? Back to the hidey hole or back up the stairs?
Back up the stairs.
Back up the stairs.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's the plan. If we get overwhelmed, we're heading up the stairs. Okay. All right. I don't know what you're going to do with those levers, but go for it.
So, Kess, we got north arrow is down, or no, up. Middle arrow's up, and south arrow is down. Or lever.
So I'll take the lever that's down and move it up.
Okay. With a solid clunk, it moves up. You guys see the portcullis start to ratchet up
Grabbing a +2 arrow and knocking it right now.
Kind of slowly. Everyone roll initiative when you're happy where you're standing.
I'll
Kester,
have a +2 arrow ready as well.
you can move your speed further into the room if you want before you roll your initiative, or you can stay where you're at, your choice. Roll initiative once you're happy where you're standing, and then I'll tell you what you see.
There.
One, I say we need one more.
Where's my initiative? Oh, there it is.
There we go. Okay. The portcullis comes up, and you see two enormous lion-oid creatures with great big dragon-like wings and spiked tails, and they have been like kind of sniffing and ready to go as soon as that gate opens up. So they roll their initiative.
Oh man! Oh, this wasn't there. What is this called?
Manticore.
Manticore. Yeah, there was a manticore. That was like what was covering up the secret door upstairs. Okay, crap. Should have thought of that. Okay.
And it looks like the first person to get to go is going to be Kester. Go ahead, Kester.
Kester sees this, will run back to the lever and activates the portcullis.
Okay, so the lever is in that position. You try to pull it down, and it doesn't move. You can still hear a mechanism clanking and clanking and clanking. So the thing's like not quite all the way up to that position. It takes like this whole round. You're waiting for it to get all the way up. That's all. You can't move it. It doesn't budge. Sever.
No immediate stop.
Okay, Sever is going to unleash one of her +2 arrows at this one.
Okay.
I'll use my luck.
That makes it an 11, 14?
Yeah.
14 is a hit. That's what you need. That's its armor class. And it's not an evil humanoid giant, so you do 8 piercing. Okay, after Sever, Falsian, your turn.
I shoot the same one.
Okay.
With the +2 arrow that I had out. So 13.
You know that'll miss.
Yeah, I'll use my luck point.
Luck, okay, that hits for 4. Boom.
And then if they look like manticores, they must have tail spikes, so I'm going to move out of the area of volley.
All right. The first manticore will hurl tail spikes at Sever. 18 to hit you, Sever, for 11 piercing. Can't do 3 tail spikes. How many does it do? 2 tail spikes. And 1 more tail spike. Let me roll this manually. That one missed. And then it bounds forward, leaps over Kerrig's head to there. And then the other manticore will fire tail spikes at Sever. And again, both missing. And it rushes forward to Sever. And they are done. And then Kerrig, your turn.
All right, I'll swing my warhammer at the manticore on my right.
Nice.
Oh, wow. That's a solid hit for 16. Bloodying
That's
the
advantage
manticore.
too, yeah.
Yeah, bloodied it. Okay, after Kerrig, Glimmer.
No place to hide, it seems like. So Glimmer will do his best to help finish off this manticore. Come up behind it and backstab it with a sword.
That hit. 12 points of damage. Dropping that manticore, Glimmer.
Awesome. Okay, and then I'll move back 5 feet, and that's my turn.
Okay. Now, at the top of this round, the mechanism, Kester, you can hear the clunking stop. And at the same time, you see the 2 northern levers instantly fall to the down position with a solid thud. And when they do,
oh no,
a portcullis comes slamming down in front of Kerrig.
Hi.
And a portcullis comes slamming down to the northeast. You can hear it, but not see it. So, Kerrig, you're behind. You could actually probably shoot through this portcullis. You could attack through it even if they're adjacent to it with disadvantage, because it's not solid. It's bars.
Okay.
Can you see through that?
So wait, is Kerrig trapped? We can't really see. Is he trapped in that little narrow?
Yeah. So
2x4
across that opening, basically all the way across that opening, just north of Kerrig, is a portcullis that dropped. The solid portcullis is still up in the ceiling. So Kestor, you now are seeing the north and the middle ones both down, and the south one is up. And you go.
Okay. I yell out and say, I don't know what I'm doing.
Sever yells back, that's obvious. Get in here.
I move
One
this
manticore
way.
down.
I see the manticore. I come around the corner, see the manticore, all the chaos that's going, and I just point, and I'm going to cast Pillar of Salt.
Okay.
And I will use my luck token on that.
Okay. So a 17 save, wisdom save, 17 to negate. Note that you need to be closer to cast that. Range is 30 feet, but you have the movement. But make sure you watch that next time. Manticore fails his wisdom check and turns into basically salt. He's not your level or lower, nor did he fail by 10. He is your level or lower, but he didn't fail by 10. So the transformation is not permanent. It's going to last for maybe an hour on average. It's going to be an ongoing duration check before he returns to his own form. I need to figure out what happens if you attack the Pillar of Salt.
That's what I was going to say.
That's the next question that's coming up. He's basically petrified in the pillar. Yeah, you can hack it up into pieces.
All right.
Okay, so
that happen. Yeah,
you hack that manticore into pieces in his salt form, and he has perished. Well done.
You see Glimmer collapse to the floor. Breathing.
Let's see here. You guys all did that well. Sever, you can have a luck token.
He says, Kester, why don't you go fix the doors back to where they were so we can get Eric out of there.
Well, I can certainly try.
So north and south are both north and middle are both down. South is up.
Yeah, I pull the ones that are down. I just reverse it.
Okay.
Back.
Which one you want to do first?
I will do the north.
Okay. You guys hear
the north?
You guys hear
the middle or
you said north, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You guys hear Portcullis ratchet up in the darkness to the northeast. Takes another round, Kester. We got to wait for it. And then the middle one, it ratchets up. And while it ratchets up, you can now see all the way to the south. The chamber to the south is where the manticores were at. There is a large pile of bones and kitchen refuse in the middle of that area. And it looks...
So, Tom, are we, just to be clear, so it's in motion? Like, so that, we could get trapped in there if we all go in there. Should we leave somebody back? Kester, should you stay, or somebody stay back and be able to change these so we don't get stuck in here? Because originally that main door was down. There's like two sets of stuff here.
So I was describing in the process, he opened the north one, you heard it open. He opened the middle one, you saw that go up, and you see what's in the room. He hasn't lowered the south one yet. So all three currently are in the up position. And you can see what's in the room. Now you can shut it if you want.
Okay.
All three up.
So it is.
Portcullis is still down?
All three are up.
Okay, so they're not like you trigger one. It's not like you trigger one and the other ones are triggered. It's like, okay, they're all in the up position or the down position.
In the up position,
Okay.
But we should be good to go.
Okay, I'll move into this room and see what there is to see.
Yeah.
Did we shut the secret door at the other end of the hallway?
We opened it.
Yeah.
It was a well-traveled room.
Yeah, I closed it.
Okay, so we closed that one, right? So nobody walks by and says,
Yep.
hey,
Yeah,
why is that wall open?
Everyone make a duration roll.
Well, I thought I did. Yeah.
Let me see if there's any wandering encounters.
All right.
Still good. So this area obviously was where the manticores lived, in squalor and disgusting conditions. They were fed, it looks like, kitchen scraps. There appears to be a chute that goes up, maybe into the kitchen. It would be a tight squeeze for any of you to get up, but it could be done, it looks like. Problem is the ceiling's like 30 feet overhead, so it's an opening in the middle of the 30-foot high ceiling up there. There's also a door in the east wall.
If I use a grappling hook, would there be any way to get up to that hole?
To find purchase up there, there really is nothing to purchase up there now.
Okay.
I'd like to check for secret doors along the walls here on the south and on the west.
Okay, no secret doors.
Sever, do you want a spell or do you want to drink a potion?
I can do curative on myself.
Okay.
I'm going to run my javelin to the refuse.
Oh, the good thing about being a ranger is you don't have a spell mishap.
That's true.
Oh, that's beautiful.
But you're out of herbs. It does work before you... It's just a roll to retain. So it does function. You just can't do it again.
Can't do curative or can't do any herbs anymore?
Just curative.
Okay.
You just ran out of that
So what, he like restocks or something?
until you get a rest. Yeah.
Okay, so I'll just take one of my potions then.
No, you got the 15 hit points.
Oh, I'm sorry. Got
Just
it.
roll to
Burned up
retain.
you just burned up the chemicals to make
Yep.
the healing.
Exactly.
I see.
That was just your last try.
Got it.
Okay. Now what?
Let's listen beyond this door.
No sound.
Open
And
it up.
let's go.
Inside are chests and boxes. Let's see. 7 of
Oh,
them in
I thought
total.
they'd be
Yeah, checking for
check
traps.
for traps.
Yeah, pit traps.
Before
Okay.
we go in there.
No traps in
I've
front of the
played
door.
these games
You're good.
before.
Yeah, you're good. No traps in front of the door.
Okay.
Now we'll move in.
7 chests. And looks like 4 boxes.
Okay.
So we're just checking through those then.
I'll check the boxes.
All right. The
Oh,
boxes.
be careful. Be very careful because I've heard tales of chests that are creatures. So be careful.
Okay. The first chest you come to has 7,000 copper pieces in it.
Whoa.
Definitely not worth taking. The second chest you come to has 15,000 silver pieces in it.
Holy crap.
The next chest has gold in it and a red frothy potion in it.
Hey, that looks like ours.
Potion of healing, yep. Who wants a potion of healing? If you have a
I
I just
consumable room, you want to
used one, but if somebody else needs one, I've got plenty.
Yeah, I can.
roll a d20 if you want it. Roll a 1 if you'll take it if no one else wants it. Or just type a 1 if you'll take it if no one else wants it. Okay. It looks like Kester, you can add a potion of healing to your
Okay.
inventory.
Yay.
Then the next chest has copper ingots in it. 15 big copper ingots, each worth 400 copper. Chest 5's empty. Chest 6 has big ivory teeth with various carvings on them. These are of value. 1,000 gold pieces each. Each one of them takes a slot, though. They're big pieces.
Oh boy.
And then finally, the last chest. When you open it, poison needle springs out. So it looks like 3 of you are opening chests. So I'll roll randomly to see who opened this one. D6. Ooh, it is Sever. Poison needle springs out of the chest as you open it up. Make a DC 15 con save, or else you're going to lose a quarter of your hit points right away and be poisoned. Look at that.
Yeah, yeah.
Look at that. You just shake it off. Doesn't even phase you. Inside that is a whole bunch of 1 gold piece gems.
Worth it.
Nothing in the
All
boxes,
right.
Kester. They are empty.
We checking for secret doors or any other things
Yeah,
along the
so
walls
I was
here?
about to say, yeah.
Searching for
Secret
secret
door.
doors on the walls. You find none.
Okay, so back out. Tom, what did you say was up here? I didn't catch that when you were talking about it. Like there's a hole or something?
Oh,
What was
right.
it?
So all this refuse
chute,
came through a
trash
chute
chute.
in the ceiling.
Oh,
You
okay.
can see a chute up there in the ceiling. It's big enough you could crawl through it if you could get to it and climb vertically up a greasy chute.
Okay. So like, because if we're below like where the kitchen or something is, they're just throwing their scraps to
That's
the
what it
next
appears
court.
to be. Yeah, it looks like a lot of kitchen scraps there.
Okay, got it.
Okay.
All right, so we're gonna go out through this little hidey hole into the big area.
Hidey hole.
Is that what
Let's do it.
Yep.
Okay, so I drew it on here. I drew the map. Okay, so it looked like there was. I forget. I kind of did it really quick. It looked like there was a door in the south. What is this? Southeast, and a door in the northeast. I think is what I saw, and then maybe something to the south, like a passageway. But that's all I remember seeing. So when we go in this, so we're gonna listen again and carefully open it up.
Okay, no one in there?
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Oh, it looks like there's something up north too.
Yeah,
Okay.
smoky torches burning on the walls. The ceiling
I think we
here
should.
in this big chamber is about 20 feet or so
Oh, shoot,
high.
there's staircase right behind us.
Yep.
We should.
a
We should
worn,
kind of move through this quickly.
Do those stairs go up, I assume?
yeah, stairs go
Yeah.
up, and there's a worn path between those stairs and the corridor to the south. Like there's a lot of traffic back and forth between them.
Okay. I think we should just run straight across quickly as possible this direction. Let's jump in this hallway real quick and then kind of make a plan from here, just so we're out of the way. Okay.
It's a long
All right,
hallway.
so-
Continues northeast.
Do we want to go through the hall, or do we want to kind of sit and think and plan? I guess we can go through the hallway.
Yes, let's just continue the hallway up this way.
Yeah, checking for traps and secret doors and listening for creatures.
Okay. Yeah, it's quiet. You can hear faintly the dripping of water echoing from far away down the passageway. Again, this is all good masonry, very old masonry.
Okay, we'll continue up.
Yeah, the sound
Yeah.
is to the north from the intersection here, as another passageway takes off to
Okay.
the northwest. No sound in that direction either.
Okay, checking up
I
to the
follow.
north,
I follow Sever.
Following Sever.
just sticking to the walls.
You see
Okay.
a cistern here. The steps descend down into a pool of black water.
Oh, back up. Don't get too close. You never know what's going to come out of water, especially if it's black water.
Yeah, it's a pool of dark water. And
Okay.
occasionally you hear a drip of water coming from cracks and holes in the ceiling and the walls and such coming into this place.
Sever's gonna use this moment to use her visionary herbalism to see if she can kind of sense anything.
Before you do that, Sever, read that power carefully.
Oh, okay.
It has a
Well,
bad consequence if you fail it.
oh, does it? Well, then I
You
will
become
not do
very
it then.
sick. Yeah, it's something you don't want to necessarily do in a dungeon.
Got it. Okay. Then never mind.
You
I'll just
can.
kind of then just do a normal. No, I think I don't want to. I forgot about that.
Yeah, it's like going on ayahuasca. Bad things will happen.
Yeah, I don't want to do that right now.
No.
Okay, so I'm just going to kind of do my best, kind of checking this out, looking for any kind of traps and or see if I can sense anything.
You got it. The water
Like nature
appears
roll.
natural. It's black because of where you're at, because it's not reflecting the sky. It's just reflecting the black ceiling.
Okay.
It looks clear. It's not murky at all, but it's black and dark, and you can't see the bottom of it.
All right.
I don't know about you, but I don't fancy the idea of going into that. Perhaps we should back up and go a different path.
We can cast light on something and throw it in the water.
And you can
Yeah,
have
does somebody have light to do that?
you can have a luck
Yeah.
token, Volsine.
I have a light spell and I have a scroll of light. So
Oh, nice. What are we
Right.
going to throw down there?
I have some extra sling bullets. Probably light one up.
okay, light up a sling bullet. Are scrolls the same, or they automatically use up even?
They
if I
are
don't
automatically
fail the
used
spell
up
check?
even if you're successful.
Okay, fair. So I will use my own spell then, and I'll use my luck point so that doesn't go wrong.
Nice.
It says +0 there. I wonder if it's really +0. It might not have included your modifier. Let's check.
Okay, so it should be a plus 12 total.
No, the +4 is in the roll. So yeah. So you're gonna use your luck token?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. So you retain it. Take your luck token off, and you want to toss that light in there.
Yep.
Okay. So at the
Toss the
bottom,
sling bullet in there.
the pool is about 15 feet deep, and at the bottom you see a small outlet, large enough for a man to pass through. Finished stone, obviously man-made, and it slants towards the east and down. So about in the middle eastern edge, like right around here, there's a man-sized opening that slants down into the east. Other than that, nothing down there. Just some blind
in
a grater.
Is it like
No, it's
a
open.
door, or is it just a hole?
Just open. Just open.
But
Did Sever get a
there
sense
must
of
be
how
water on
deep
the
that
other
was?
side. It's not a drain.
Water's
like
not
a
draining
tunnel.
out, so yeah, there must be equal height water on the other side for sure.
Anybody have swim? I don't know. I don't know if we can. I don't know. If
Yeah, I can swim in Infiltrating if you want to retrieve the sling bullet that's got light on it.
I can sink.
Yeah,
That's not the same.
Do we want to check? Yeah, do we want to check that out and get that and see where it goes? I don't know what that would take.
That seems like a whole lot of holding your breath.
Yeah, I guess that's true. I mean, how deep is that? Do we get a sense of how deep it was
15
based on
feet.
how long it took to fall?
It's 15 feet.
15 feet. Okay. So enough to go down and back up unless you're got something else, which we don't. Okay.
I definitely want to retrieve the sling bullet, use a light source. So
yeah,
I'll go get the sling bullet.
Okay.
I'll volunteer myself to the watery depth.
You are successful. And the water's cold, but not in any way dangerous.
Okay, so now I have a sling bullet that lights up.
Okay. All right. So let's head back down then. Go back to this.
Yeah, the fork.
Other-
Yeah.
Yeah, the fork. I'm going this up this way. Stealthily checking for traps and secret things.
Looks like a storage area. There's shovels, pickaxes, hammers, drills, chisels, baskets, most of it sized for giants. Some for smaller creatures, though. And a huge padlock is on the door on the north wall.
Glimmer will check out the padlock to see if it's pickable.
It is. You can
Wait,
definitely
let's
pick it.
listen to see if there's anything on the other side. Some people lock things in.
I'll inspect some of the boxes around and things.
Okay.
Yeah, Sever's also doing that, looking for traps and
A quick look through
secret
boxes and such, you don't find anything of value.
Do we hear anything?
Glimmer will,
Listening at
Yeah,
the door
I
fall
was gonna
scene, you
say.
don't hear anything at the door.
okay. A Glimmer will lockpick the
Pick.
lock.
No problem, Glimmer. It is picked.
carefully open.
You're having to use your
quietly.
big lock picks for it, though.
Okay.
Okay. Let's move
Guess carefully,
cautiously.
stealthily, quietly moving out.
Pause there. Let me check for wandering monsters. You guys have been pretty fortunate so far. No wandering monsters now. And everyone check duration. Make sure your duration rolls for anything ongoing. You don't have to do the light you just did, since that was within the last time you checked. All right.
All right. We'll come around the corner.
Yeah, around the corner. This looks like it dead ends here. I'm going to go. Sever's going to kind of carefully go in here.
Check for
checking.
doors.
Yeah, checking
There's
for
a door at
secret
the
stuff.
left.
So Sever, no secret doors. Door to the west has another giant padlock on it.
If they want to keep us out, we want to go in.
Yep. Glimmer, you want to check that out?
Yeah, I'll listen to the door before I work on the lockpick.
No sound.
Let's unlock this.
Okay. No problem again. For you,
Carefully.
open it as you like. You come to it's like a wine cellar. There's big casks of wine, big barrels of wine. There are 13 tons of wine that are sealed with a blob of black wax impressed with a death's head.
No, that sounds
Oh.
bad.
You don't know.
Oh.
Yeah, you don't know what that might be. Let's see.
I have.
Bard, you can make a one-time check to see if you've heard any legends about this. You might have. It'll be a DC 15 intelligence history check.
Oh. My intelligence is 7, so probably I don't remember.
You might not remember. We'll see.
I don't remember. Oh, well, I don't know. Yeah, I
You
don't
made it.
remember. I did?
Yeah.
All right.
You rolled a 16 with advantage on history because of your
Because I'm
something.
a
You're noble, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, you've heard. This is famous. This is famous across the Vlanes. Unbelievable value here. You know, each one of these tons takes it's 5 gallons a ton. I'll be kind and say they take 1 slot each. They are worth 5,000 gold pieces each.
Okay,
Whoa.
I chuck a torch on the ground and pick up one of these tons.
So everyone, let your treasure keeper
Yeah.
know again how many slots you have open.
I still have one. I
Yep.
just did the torch to carry
Yeah,
a ton of wine.
You might want to drop everything else you don't need to absolutely have because these are worth a fortune.
Okay.
I don't know. I have a mirror and a crowbar and a tinderbox. Should we keep those?
We need to keep at
5,000
least
GP.
one of the tinder. Yeah, at least one of each thing. So
All right, I dropped the torch to take a ton of juice.
Remember, you don't say what you're taking. You just tell how many slots you have to the treasure keeper.
Oh,
The
sorry.
treasure keeper tracks all the treasure. The things we permanently divide, like magic items, those you take care of yourself.
Wow. But this is good wine. It's not poisonous at all.
Not
correct?
poisonous. It is exceptional wine, though.
It's that special death's head wine. It's real good.
Yep.
okay, so we search this room.
After-
thoroughly,
yeah.
other than the wine.
Careful search after that. You don't find anything else of value. The rest of the wine is standard fare. Not of any significant value.
Is this super fancy wine? Is it flammable, Tom? Could make a firebomb?
Any alcohol you can make a firebomb out of.
Right, but is this stuff especially flammable? Since
Oh,
it's so
the
good?
super fancy stuff? No, not especially.
All right.
We should probably keep that, and then
Okay.
go back out, and I don't think we can go anywhere else. I mean, we were searching for secret stuff here. So.
No more secret doors or anything that way, correct?
Correct. I think we're just got to head back to that one room that had the traffic in it. So
Okay.
we're gonna have to make some choices here. Can you guys see to get over here? I'm not sure who has.
When
I've
false
got a
save, you
light
can have a
bill.
luck token back again for making that history check.
Right.
Making your party wealthy.
It's amazing. All right, still stealthing quietly. Let's stop at the end of this hallway again. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So there was I'm going to peek out carefully. Okay, yeah, there's doors on the north and the south. There's a passageway up north Oh, we got two doors south,
Wrong
and
way.
then I remember there's southwest. There was like that's where people are maybe coming from. So I vote we go maybe check out this door to the north or the passage to the north.
I agree. Let's go to the north,
Okay, let's check out this door.
or this past
Listening.
this door.
Pause there.
Yeah.
You don't hear any noise. There's an odd smell to this Sever, though. It smells of giant, but also something else. You can't place something animalistic that you can't really place.
Hmm.
I'm getting a weird smell in here. I mean, do you want to go in, or are we ready? If we need to fight anything, remember there's bears. We talked about bears. I don't know if we can tell if it's a bear, but
I say let's go. Fortune favors the bold.
excellent. So carefully checking for traps and very, very quietly and slowly opening this door.
Okay.
Using the lantern kind of like very tightly so we can just barely see without trying to alert
Put you guys
people.
where you want to be when you open that door and roll initiative when you're happy where you're at.
Okay.
And checking something. As you're opening the door, all of a sudden it's like ripped out of your hands and thrown open.
Oh.
And you see enormous ape with white fur that had ripped the door open. This thing is like a silverback, only bigger. And it's got enormous teeth. But rising up from a desk deeper into the room is a ugly as sin hill giant. This thing is hunched back and maybe a good foot taller than any other hill giant you've seen so far. And the white ape seems to be a pet of his of some sort. What's this? There. Okay, so the door is basically not there. Can't be shut, really. You got the ape, you got the giant. You roll their initiatives. Ape is +2, so he gets 12. First person to act when you see this is going to be Carrig.
All right. Carrig will rush into the room and he'll attack the hill giant with his.
This hill giant isn't wielding a club. Instead, he's got a battle axe. It is kind of small. It's like almost a human-sized battle axe, but you can tell it's magical. Nice hit, Carrig.
Nice.
13 bludgeoning on the giant. Gives him a staggering blow. Sever, your turn.
Toenail.
Sever follows suit, runs in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She kind of jumps in, rolls in, tries to get on the other side of him for advantage.
To get a flank, you'd be here would give you a flank.
Okay, so that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh yeah, I can definitely make it there. Okay. And then using the dual scimitars.
That hits for 13 more to the giant. Sailed by mighty warriors on both sides, the giant looks fearful now, but angry, worse than ever. And he goes next.
So I have 2 more. I'm going to jump off and jump back and try to have 2 more movement. So I'm going to jump back.
Okay, he's going to he's going to sweep that. I'm going to take a step this way and sweep that axe over Sever and Carrig. It's going to do the same damage as his great club, but it's +3 to hit and +3 to damage. So first Sever. Holy cow.
Shit.
That's a 18 times 2 is 36 points of slashing damage to Sever. And then on Carrig, hit him for 19 does. It's +3 though, so it's 22. So hit Carrig as well for 15 damage, Carrig.
Right.
The ape tries to tear Carrig apart. It comes forward here and it rends at Carrig at +5 to hit. Missing. Oh, that hit with a 24. It does 2d6. 5 points, Carrig.
Alrighty.
Glimmer, your turn.
Okay. Hearing the commotion, I'll come around the corner.
And that's a hard corner. If you're counting squares, it would be 1, 2 to get the thing.
Okay. So that was 10 feet. Is there any way I can get... Actually, I don't want to be near that ape. I'll move down here and fire off a sling at the giant.
Okay. The giant's got cover, so you'll have disadvantage on the slingshot.
Okay. So -3. Okay. I missed.
Missed. Yeah, bounced off the ape or something. Falsey, on your turn.
All right. I'll move there, and I will cast Harmonic Healing on Sever. I think that's 30 feet. No, I got to get 1 more. Crap. Okay. And can I still see Sever from there?
Yeah.
It looks like.
Yep.
Okay. We're at 30 feet now?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So harmonic healing on Sever.
Nice.
And then Kester.
Kester will.
I don't want to block the door, so I'm going to scoot back one. I had enough movement for that.
Kester points his finger at that silver ape and says, "Why so salty?" And I pillar of salt him.
21 wisdom save for the ape. It turns into a pillar of salt.
Oh, brilliant.
Oh,
This work. Yeah. Ape is a pillar of salt now. And then Carrie, your
and
turn.
I'll move.
All right. Carrie will step up and swing his warhammer right at the giant.
Hit for 9. And then Sever.
Sever, a little bit reeling, but she's going to kind of run up here, jump up on the table, and kind of do a jumping, diving down with both of her scimitars into the back of the giant.
Hitting for 13. Oh, the giant's just hanging on. Barely able to stagger away. He's got a wisdom
She's
save.
going to use the rest of her movement to jump back.
He comes crashing through the ape, scattering salt everywhere. The poor ape's gone. As he crashes through to the door, let's see, that was 1, 2, 3, 4 steps over Falsian and Glimmer. 5, 6, 7, 8. That was all mostly difficult terrain. So he gets to about there as he runs towards the stairs.
Oh, man.
He's done.
We need to get him.
Glimmer.
Coming in with
Glimmer,
the
get him.
backstab. Yeah, I'm going to use a
Yes.
luck token. So +3 to this.
And you don't have to use it till you know you
18?
missed. You hit, so you don't have to use it.
Oh, okay. Perfect.
So 3 points damage drops him. How's it happen, Glimmer, as the thing's fleeing from you?
As it's fleeing, he's not paying attention to me. I climb up onto his back and then just stab him right in the middle of his neck.
Slowly right into the neck.
Follows up. Yeah.
He crumbles down to his knees, sprawls across the floor. There's a trail of blood behind him from his gashing scimitar wounds. There's salt all over his room from his ape friend that's gone now. And we're out of combat. And at the same time, we're going to roll
Nice
for
job.
a random encounter to see if anything hurt. Oh,
Oh,
Glimmer, you can move your speed back. The rest of you, everyone, roll initiative because something comes right after that fight. So Glimmer, you can move
Possibly
your speed
running
back.
down the stairs.
Let's see where it's coming from. Let me see what you find. Okay. 2 ogres came down the stairs just as he was fleeing, and see, the halfling moving back and give chase. So their initiatives, and the first person to act is going to be Falsian.
I don't have yours. How long is lightning bolt? Is it 120 feet or 60 feet?
5 feet by 100 feet, 100 feet.
Does it look like they're probably in a line coming down the stairs? They're big fellas. 1, 2, 3. From there, I will use my wand of lightning bolt and shoot it up the stairs.
All right.
And that also is require a spellcasting check, yeah?
Yep, you hit the wand button. W lightning bolt. It's after your gear.
There. Okay.
All right, 12 lightning damage. I got to make DC. I'm sorry. You also kind of have to let me know if you want to use your inspiration, because I'll change the saving throw they make. Your luck, I mean.
I don't think they're very dex, these ogres, so I'll leave it at 19.
19. 2 dex saves. Both fail. Both take 12 points of lightning damage. Minus
All right, so
12.
that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
12.
Ogres coming down the stairs. I just burned them with some electricity.
Glimmer, your turn.
Can I hide in this bench here?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to
Move
go
over there
dive
and
in
hide. Okay.
Yeah. I'll drop my torch where I stood in that corner.
Let's see how brave these ogres are. They are not brave at all. They go running back up the stairs, and they're out of sight before you can actually catch up with them. Okay. So we'll come out of combat.
Well, that probably alerted. They're probably going to tell on us, but
Yeah,
I
we
thought
need
it was a
to
good idea.
we need to
at the time.
rifle this room and then make a choice. So
Rifle in the room, you find. Okay, his battle axe is magical. +3. If you want a +3 battle axe, roll a d20. If you take it, if no one wants it, roll it, type a 1 in. +3 battle axe.
nobody wants a battle axe +3.
+3.
I can't carry one.
It's not
but-
on the bard list, so I'm not going to roll for it.
Okay.
Yeah.
No one takes it. You guys leave it behind. You also find a loose stone in the floor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'll jimmy that
Never
with my
get-
sword.
Try that
Yeah,
up.
open
Okay.
it up.
Inside is a stash of gold coins, 2,970, and some gems. Also, a couple of earthenware vials that contain potions of water breathing times. So 2 potions of water breathing. So everyone roll, if you'd like to push water breathing, roll d20. And if you'll take it if no one wants it, type of 1. Looks like it goes to Kester.
Okay.
P water breathing. And the second one goes to Sever, and Glimmer can roll off, so you guys can roll again. Looks like it's going to Sever. Potion of water breathing to Sever. Did either of you guys that took those have to drop anything?
No.
Not gear-wise, magic item-wise.
I'm
No.
looking. 1, 2. Nope, I'm good.
Okay. All right. So quick rifling of that. Now what are you doing?
I like to cast mass cure wounds on
Okay.
my friends, so everyone that wants healing get within 30 feet of me.
Where are you?
Yeah.
You can assume you all got it. So yeah, everyone gets 9 back.
All right.
Alright. I'll use a potion of healing.
I'll also use one of my regular potions of healing. All right, we got to quickly go here.
Do we?
Sorry, I thought the lightning bolt would have done more damage. I didn't mean for them to run off.
No, it's okay.
This might be a terrible idea. However, with this potion of water breathing, perhaps I can go through that cistern and see what's on the other side.
Probably a good idea. I was also
Would
gonna
anybody?
suggest the folks in heavy armor might take the potions of healing since
I'm also in mithril, so I can also. I don't know if you need somebody to go with you, but yeah, I don't know. But we've only got those.
Also, can everyone make a duration roll for me for all your duration checks?
for the light spell on the sling bullet. It goes away. Damn it!
I'm still going.
All right, what are we talking about? To the cistern, it is.
Yeah, let's go to the cistern.
All right, I'll shut this door. Dang it.
Twisted cistern now.
Do we want to hide and or clean up the body of that giant?
Yes.
Can we do that
we hide
before we
hide the body and put the salt from the ape down to soak up the blood?
Yeah.
Funny.
try to clean up?
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
So the body was like right about where I'm pinging there. So
yeah,
put you guys by the body.
I'm
Put you
gonna
guys
shut
right
the door
around
to the
here by the
hiding hole.
body first.
Mm-hmm.
And then this doorway opens to the south.
Oh, sorry, guys. So sorry.
And you see a bugbear, 8 feet tall, hairy goblinoid, big bat ears. There's a brazier burning behind him, and he says, he shouts an alarm in Goblin. Anyone speak Goblin?
Yes.
Falsian.
I don't.
The
alarm.
Shout.
The alarm is intruders.
I quickly shout and say, "We didn't do it. We were framed."
Okay, so before we roll initiative, tell me quickly a plan. Sever.
I think we gotta. I don't know. Since we're already there, I think we bail and we run to the water. I think we also just bolt.
Okay, so Sever's taken off to the water. The rest of you can follow. And before they pour out of there, now you know that your way back is probably blocked. As you run toward the hallway that leads to the cistern, you can see more bugbears coming, and you can start to hear the sound of something coming down the stairs as well. So you guys are kind of locked in now to going down that hall and whatever place it leads.
All right. I'm going to, as we're running, drink that water breathing potion.
Okay, so you got to all get to the cistern. You quaff a water breathing potion. At the cistern, there's nothing there when you arrive there, so you can try to swim down through the opening or wait here for whatever's going to come after you.
I'm already in.
All right. Reconnoitering, you see that the opening goes down about 30 feet at an angle, and you're glowing from something, a lantern?
Right.
You don't think the lantern will burn underwater. Yeah, you want to do something different?
I'll turn off the lantern.
Yep. So
we still have that.
We need light.
Last time.
My bullet went out, but I can cast again.
Please.
Go for it.
All right.
Yes.
Okay, so you got another light source. You can take your light off, Kester. Do you have any light on you, Kester?
I had a lantern. How do I
hit your token, and then the O button turns it off.
Hit my token, and the what button turns it off?
Oh, the letter O near the end.
Oh, got it.
So you're going to jump in. Do you have a light source? You're going to get a light on you?
I'll give you the bullet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Give you the sling bullet.
So do it.
Yeah, I have the bullet.
Click your token, hit the L button.
I turn mine off and give you the sling bullet.
Okay.
Okay. So it goes 30
Now.
feet, sliding down at about 45-degree angle, and comes out into an underground river, deep in the below an underground river. You can see, I'm going to move you over here, that there is it's swiftly running towards the north. So you got to like hold on to the edge or you're going to be swept downriver to the north. You can climb against the current, like pulling yourself along the wall. You can also climb up here. There, you can see there's a cave above the river.
Okay.
So what do you want to do when you get there?
I will pull myself. And it's flowing to the north, correct?
Flowing to the north. So to the south, it comes from completely submerged, and to the north, it flows to completely submerged.
Okay. I will climb and wait for the rest of my party to come and like help them out.
Okay. The rest of you can kind of make it through with help. So let me move you all over there. So you're all drenched and cold as heck. And you're in this cave that goes north and south. The flow of the river is to the north.
Okay.
So the river exits the chamber underground, yeah?
It enters and exits completely underground.
I think.
Okay. More.
Maybe let's try north. So the water flows north, right?
I moved my token back somehow.
I'll get you. Okay. Exploring to the north, you determine that it keeps a pretty constant pace. And with water breathing and a rope, basically as far as the rope goes, it stays underwater. So you don't know how, unless you let go of the rope and just kept going, you don't know how far before it reemerge above water. Don't know for sure.
Is it moving fast enough that if we had to jump in and held our breath?
You'd go quite a ways, for sure, before you'd run out of breath, yeah.
Perhaps we should not do that way. I don't want us to end up
dead. Yeah, got you.
Dead.
I agree. I can't hold my breath that long.
I'm going to come down and explore to the south.
Okay.
And see.
So
where
it
the cave goes.
reemerges into a bigger cave to the south pretty quickly. So you don't have to go underwater for too long if you go south, but you have to like crawl that direction, holding handholds and fighting against a pretty rapid current.
I'll go this way then.
Okay.
Oh.
Go ahead and when you get to there, Kester, everyone else put you guys where you want to be when Kester is crawling out.
Where is Kester?
So Kester's around this corner. You went into the water and
okay.
You guys can
probably
basically go through the water,
cross this way.
You guys are crawling out. So by the time you get there, something comes crawling around the corner, a giant centipede almost the size of a horse. You see all around you on the ground bones, all sorts, human and otherwise, heaped and piled here and there. A closer look, you wouldn't say they're human as much as maybe orc bones and maybe troglodyte bones, not straight human bones. And then, of course, this thing comes into sight and roll initiative.
All right.
That thing really bugs me.
He's cute.
Okay. Sever, you're first.
Sever's she's over across this river. She sees that and she's quickly going to dig in her bag for some herbs and she's going to pop it in her little pipe and smoke it. See if she can gain some defender against whatever the heck this.
That'd be a monstrosity. So yeah, Phobane monstrosity. You got it. Okay. You can't repeat it. That was the last of your pipe weed, but unless you use your luck token.
I'll use my luck token.
Okay, go and mark it off. And that was Sever's turn. Now the creeper crawls forward along the wall, basically, Kester, and then starts reaching out with these tendrils of itself with paralytic poison dripping off of them. But you dodge it, and then more tendrils sweep across Carrig, who I think that hit Carrig with his +3 shield. Carrig, you take 7 bludgeoning damage. Oh, why? Yeah. 7. Oh, okay, I see. And roll a con save or you're paralyzed.
Uh-oh.
DC 12 con save.
Yeah, paralyzed.
Do dwarves get advantage?
They don't, but Carrig, you do have a luck token that make it with a luck token spend.
Okay, I will.
You want to use that or be paralyzed?
Yes, I will.
You will? Okay. So it tries to paralyze both of you, doesn't succeed, and it's done. And next to go is Falsian.
All right. Let's see.
And then we roll a random check to see if more of these things appear. Nope. Oh, yeah, more do appear. D2 to see how many more appear. Only one more. So Falsian, you see another one coming down that tunnel there.
The river's looking better and better, these guys.
Okay. I will. Do I see it on the map yet? I guess I don't see it.
You might not see it. You hear it coming from beyond the first one.
All right,
Now you
I'll
see
move
it.
there.
Yeah, now you see it.
Behind him.
All right. I will put. I'll cast Vicious Mockery on this guy here.
That guy there. Okay. Charisma save. But he's not good at that. Nope. 3 points of psychic. After you
Okay.
comes the creeper behind him. It comes crawling forward, and its tendrils lash out on Kester, hitting Kester. 5 bludgeoning Kester, and 12 con save or paralyzed.
Come on, Gusto.
And con save. Uh-oh.
You are paralyzed. And then it will kind of close after doing that and bite at Kester. This will be with advantage because he's paralyzed, but that's a miss. Can't get through his armor. Tries to, this big toothy maw chomps on Kester's breastplate, but doesn't get through. And then Carrick.
All right, I will smash at its carapace. My warhammer.
That hit for 10. Putting a big chunk of dent in that thing, and then Glimmer.
Right. You gotta stay away from that, so far enough a sling. 7.
7 is a miss, and then Kester.
Ooh,
At the end of your turn, you
I'm
repeat your
paralyzed.
con save. DC 12, you're unparalyzed, and then Sever.
well done.
Sever's going to make her way this way, and then with her newly found foe bane against that, so longbow against the closest one.
That's a hit for 12 points damage, killing that one, Sever.
Nice.
Right
And
into it.
then I'm going to jump across here.
All right. Then the other
and
one,
That'll be good.
tentacles on Kester. 17 misses Kester. And then tentacles on Carrig. Miss with both, and then Falcian.
I will jump across, and just don't have any real good spells. I will pull out one of the +2 arrows and shoot it. Oh, I'm 10. Yay. You know what? I got 2 luck points. I'll use one to make that a 13.
That hit for 3 damage
Okay.
to it. And then Carrig.
All right, Carrick steps up and smashes its carapace again with his warhammer.
A 1, but you're precise, so it still does 7 damage to it.
Yes.
All right, and then Glimmer.
Alright, come a little
Get away from
closer,
me.
and I'll fire off another sling. 11 for 2.
11 is just misses.
Okay.
A luck would make it.
That's my turn.
Whenever I say just miss, you can use a luck if you want.
Gotcha. I'm good.
You're good? Okay. After Glimmer, Kester.
Kester will move around. 1, 2. Does this qualify for a
6.
flanking?
No, you'd have to go one more.
Okay,
You have to be
6.
on opposite sides. There you go. Yep. Now you got advantage.
6. Okay. I will attack with my sentient sword. Let's see.
Ooh, I think that's got everything built in. You roll a 2 on the die. That's a miss. Yeah.
Okay.
Not even close. After Kester comes Sever.
Sever's going to jump right here and do the same thing. Longbow. Actually, no. I'm just going to close and use double scimitars.
All right. 12 is a hit, and that kills the giant centipede. Okay. So looking around this place, you see the glint here and there of some treasure on the ground. It's pretty widely scattered in this chamber. And here is a sinkhole that goes into other caverns. And there's another sinkhole up here going into other caverns. This place looks like centipede, or these giant centipedes might come and go. So
we maybe need to skedaddle from here.
So yeah, there's treasure scattered about. It takes some time searching to find anything of value. So if you want to do that, you can.
Yeah, we'll search for treasure.
Let's see here. We'll take 1 turn per person per 10 by 10. There's 30 of them total. So if you all search, we get to search 5 of them, and you'd have to keep doing it for a while. So everyone roll a D100. See what you all found. Glimmer, you found nothing, unfortunately. Sever, you found 50 silver pieces. So probably don't want that. Eminence, you found nothing. Silver pieces. Falcian, you found a piece of jewelry worth 500 gold.
Nice.
Still not as good as those tons of super expensive
Yeah.
wine you guys found. And then Carrig, you found some gems, 2 of them, worth 100 gold each, times 2.
Okay.
And during that time, while you were searching, let's see if any carrion crawlers come to find you. Oh, yeah. So as you're searching, Sever, you can go back to where you were. You spy. Oh, I'm going to put you back there. You spy 2 carrion crawlers coming at the party from the south. Oops. Sever, what do you want to do plan-wise? If you guys get out of the dodge right away, you'll avoid the fight. Or you can stay.
Do you want to go pursue the tunnel to the north, or continue, or just face these and continue to the south?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm talking on mute. I was saying, I don't know. I feel like we maybe, I don't know. It seems like we can't go anywhere farther south. It seems like we're just kind of stuck in this place where we're just going to keep fighting carrion crawlers, and then we have to like fight against the river. So to me, it makes sense to just go with the flow of the river up north and take our chances that way, possibly.
Okay.
That's what I'm thinking.
Sever, you got the call.
Yeah, I think that's what, like, I think we need to try the river, guys.
Okay.
Okay.
You jump into the river. You hold your breaths. Some of you can breathe the water itself. And after an agonizingly long time, you finally are deposited into a pond in the valley, some distance away from the steading. Victorious with the treasure you're able to carry on your persons, with the map of the glacial rift of the frost giant Jarl, with the instructions from of Clavdra, with the chain to teleport to the frost giant Jarl, basically succeeding in every way. I mean, except for dealing a really strong check to the giants. You killed several of them, though. But you got a lot of information. So your return will be heralded as a great success. If you decide to return, there's really
Yay.
no other reason to come back. Unless
Yeah,
you
I
want
think
to
we
just
should return.
die at the hands of giants
with the
at
information.
some point.
Yeah.
Okay, very good. That's it. Well done, guys.
Sweet.
Let's split up some treasure.
All right. Man, I had a great time.
Jason, if
Yeah,
you
that was
could
awesome.
sum up the treasure, divide by 5. Making sure you only carried out what you could carry out.
Gonna have to
So while you're doing that,
get a graphing calculator for that one.
I know there's a lot.
Thank you for doing that. I appreciate it.
while you're doing that, let's talk about downtime for everyone. So
Oh no.
downtime activities. I just put it on the side here. You can work to get some gold. Getting like 200 gold for working. You can train to increase one of your stats for next time, and you might want to wait to see how much gold you get, because you might do that. You can research, and you got some things you can research for sure. You can, of course, carouse. Let's wait for a second here, and let's let Balsine get the treasure, or Glimmer get the treasure. I imagine if you got all 13 tons, that's probably the best you could have done.
Yeah, exactly.
For training, depending on how much you spend, what are the stat bonuses you get for each level?
So training,
if I did 100 gold,
you increase the stat by 2, and if you're trying to increase the stat up to 18, you need to spend 1,000, 18 or higher. To increase the stat to 14 to 16, which gives you a +2 or +3, you need a 500 or higher. Okay. And to increase any stat up to a 12, which gives you a +1, you need a 100.
Okay. So you don't. Okay. So it's just whatever the stat is. Like if I was trying to do my strength stat, it's at a 6. I couldn't spend 1,000 gold to try and get.
You can't get higher than 8. It only goes up 2.
You can only go 2 per session.
Only 2, and it's only for the next session. It goes away after that. It's a temporary.
Okay.
increase.
So it's not
a permanent increase now.
That may not be the best use. Okay, got it.
You got the total for us, Jason?
It's coming. 1 second.
We got a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I just got to calculate the gems real quick. Let's see, 4,000. So it looks like a total of 77,000 GP.
Divided by 5?
Yeah. Let me divide that by.
So you guys each get 15,400.
Yeah, 15,400 gold pieces each.
Right. So
15,000?
15,400.
Oh my goodness.
Just retire.
Kester, what do you want to do with your downtime?
I think I want to research.
What do you want to research?
I would like to know more about the. I want to know more about the cloud giants and the Jarl of the cloud giants.
The cloud giants. Okay. That'll be 1,000 gold. And then I'll come up with something to share with you between now and next session.
Okay.
Cloud giants. And then next I got Sever.
Sever is going to. So we are at level 10. So I guess I'll use 1,000 gold to do some research on Clavdra. Just anything related
turns
to
out it's actually
that little web shape.
Yeah, it's actually the subject of the search. So that'd be 5,000 gold to find out information on the Clavdra.
Okay, yeah, go for it. 5,000 gold.
A Clavdra. And then, I'll share some info with you before we play again. Glimmer, what do you want to do?
I mean, most of the funds Glimmer would like to use is to buy the medicine for his sick child. But if he had any left over, he'd probably spend his downtime trying to train.
Training,
and
okay.
increase his.
Yeah, you can spend
Yeah.
1,000 gold to increase one of your skills by 2. If it's already at
Great.
18 or will become 18. And that
Okay,
lasts for the next session. Carrie.
I want to spend 1,000 to learn the giant's language.
Oh, right. Yeah, you learn Giantish. Okay. And Falsian.
What were our other researchers researching?
We got one on the Clavdra, one on Cloud Giants.
All right. I will spend 1,000 gold on research for the Frost Giants because that seems to be where we're headed next.
Perfect. I'll let you know about Cloud Giants, Clavdra, and Frost Giants. And that is all, guys. Thank you for playing.
Thank you.
Well, thank you.
Oh,
for
don't
Thank
forget
you.
to adjust my mini for the flame tongue sword.
There you go. All right. I don't know if
And
I'm
we get
running.
a level up, right?
I don't. Yeah, if you're going to play Frost Giants, it will be level 8, and roll those rolls in the chat. And I don't know if I'm playing that next week or not, but I'll announce it, and I'll have seats for you guys first, if you guys can play.
All right.
Awesome.
Sounds good.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Great, thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.